PWP Nation,
where wrestling discussion lives.
Well, hello there. Dukes, Keith, and Griff here from the Anything But Credible podcast, a.k.a. the ABC Pod. Fellas?
Holla.
Oh, hello.
We're here to let you know that you could be possibly missing out on the best podcast ever created, aside from the Offended podcast, of course, and you don't want to be missing that. Now, what makes us the best? Griff? Yeah, great. Keith? Exactly. Look, I'll keep it really simple for you. Crazy people, crazy news, crazy theories, crazy uncredible. That's right. We made that word up. Griff, Keith, say something crazy for me.
Russia wants you to believe in Finland. Real.
Nice. Look, you can find us just about anywhere that you get your podcast, especially Apple Podcasts. Also, don't forget to hit us up on Facebook at ABC Pod. That's ABC POD. Twitter at _ABC Pod. And Instagram at ABC Podcast. Check in with us for a new episode every Monday and join the conspiracy to commit stupid. We will see you then, and shout out to the Offended Podcast.
Adios.
Later, guys. Like you more than a friend.
and welcome to Offended, presented by PWP Nation. It's your boys, Tricky, Stoutsy, and from the Anything But Credible podcast, Nick Duggan!
Fellas.
For the third time, I think.
Third? I was thinking about that on the way over here.
It's third or fourth, I think.
No matter what the number is, thank you. Appreciate it coming back.
He's getting close to the five.
I know.
Five Timers Club.
Yeah, how many times does it take till you become a regular?
I think you're our rate. I think
do I count?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, man.
3. You're in the it takes 3, man.
It's always nice to be back in the cockpit studios.
Whatever it is, you will always purposely be more than Keith.
Ah, yeah, that's all that matters. If I can be above Keith, I'm good.
How many times has he been on?
Once, I think. Griffith's been on twice. This is his third.
Keep me above both of them, and we're fine.
This is your third, right? It's not your fourth?
I think 3 sounds right.
Yeah, I think so. Has there been anybody else that's been on more? Corey doesn't count anymore because he was just on for
Corey
special.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
Bowman doesn't count.
Bowman,
Well, Brad's been on twice.
Brad's been on twice. Greg's been on.
What
Greg
about-
might be the one.
What about the dude that you guys talk to? I think about wrestling. He has like initials. It's like 3 letters.
JCD.
Yeah, he's been on a bunch.
He might be in the 5 Timers Club.
He's like a virtual. Virtual?
Virgin?
He's a virgin for sure. Those kids aren't his. I'll say it to his face.
Fucking virgin.
Yeah, he's a virgin. Yeah, he doesn't really count.
No.
Because he's not here.
No, Dugan's in the Hall of Fame.
All right, so I'll just take the top of the charts. I appreciate that, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got to get you like a trophy or something. A pin.
A pin.
Oh, man, I should have brought... Damn.
The pin will say...
Next time I got you. I got something for you next time.
The pin will say, you are not Keith. But, yeah, Offended, episode 104?
That's crazy.
I think.
Sheesh Louise.
I need to remember that.
I think it is 104.
But,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is 104.
It is 104.
But, Fuck It episode. We haven't done a Fuck It episode since right after the Blues won the Stanley Cup, I think.
I think we did one like right when I came back.
Maybe. It's been like 2 months since we've done a Fuck It
episode. Maybe like the week after.
And we've never done a Fuck It episode with a guest. So,
no.
Dugan's breaking records here today, too. Making history.
Yeah, then I got to be in the Hall of Fame then.
Yeah.
If I got the overall count and I'm breaking records, I mean...
The accolades are there.
And now you're a guest on like a recurring like thing on our show. It's like Fuck It episodes. Because these are like either... I'm going to be really honest with our listeners right now. They're either... This is going to be a hit or a fucking huge miss.
We'll turn it into some good stuff.
But, yeah, no, that's I love it. It's like an adrenaline rush for podcasting of the Fuck It episodes because either they're a hit or a miss. And when they're a hit, they're hilarious. And when they're a miss, you're like, what should we talk about now, guys?
Either show up to play or
the listeners
benched.
like, I tuned in to listen to you guys like figure it out.
Well, lucky for you guys, I can always figure out some way to bring something up that is something that especially on Anything But Credible, that we're not struggling for things to blabber about. You know what I mean? So
that's kind of what I said to Trick before you came here. I was like, I'm sure he has something in the back of his mind.
Yeah, I mean, I can already think. I was talking to you guys right before we started recording. I can already think of a few things. I got questions, and Stoutsy, I haven't seen you in forever, man. Yeah. And, I got questions for both of you, especially Stoutsy. So,
dude, the last time no. I was going to say the last time I saw you might have been when me and him both came on, but I definitely saw you after that.
Yeah, we
at
did.
the bar or something.
Yeah, somewhere.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I probably saw you right before I went on the old disabled list. Injured list, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Sorry.
He put himself on the disabled list.
Actually, no, because what I had is actually considered a disability. So
I was going to say, that's not too far off. Right?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much I was disabled. Let's be honest. Hey, can I steal a Coke?
Yeah, if you get me a scrimshot.
I need some sugar.
Well, anyway, I was getting ready to ask you, Stoutsy, how your... What was that? Oh, my God. What did you just knock over?
Nothing, the can's just right.
Man, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you go to the fridge so aggressively that it's just, you need that drink, that liquid, whatever it is. Throw things around in there.
Scrimshaw.
They're good, man.
What is that?
It's a beer?
Where do you even get this?
I got it at Randall's. They had it at there's a bar on Macklin, next to the Mac.
Stands?
No. Copper Pig. Copper Pig had it, and I tried it there. And
that's good.
Really
From California, huh? Okay.
Cali, man.
Hey, R.I.P. Southtown?
Yeah. I heard about that. And is it true about Bobby's, too?
No, they're just closed for the summer.
Oh.
So
Which Bobby's? The one in Hampton?
They're closed for the summer. A lot of people thought that they were closed, but they're just closed for the summer because I think they're doing renovations there.
I was going to say, there's only like a month left, maybe, right? Of summer.
Yeah.
So they just said, screw it, we'll take the last one.
I think they had to, because they had to have made so much money during that playoff run.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, they had to have.
Yeah. Maybe they're just doing a little renovating.
That's they have to.
Because I think that's what another
you want to try this?
little St. Louis establishment, Amaghetti's, is like closing or something.
Really?
Yeah, for like a remodel, or they're moving closer on the hill, if that even makes sense.
Huh.
The hill confuses me. Where it begins and ends. I don't know.
No,
so end with the shine box and begin with the
up,
gun and the cannoli? I don't know.
You see if there's a hill flag.
Yeah, or like a painted fire hydrant, and you're still in.
If it's painted the Italian flag,
It's like,
the next one's just red, you're like, okay, I'm out.
Too far.
I'm out of the hill area.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, that's kind of crazy. That's 3 little St. Louis city establishments that are...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Southtown one doesn't really surprise me.
It doesn't blow me away either, to be honest with you.
It was dead the last several times I've been there, and it was dead during a playoff hockey game when it's like every bar was packed during their playoff run.
I think they were doing all right, but I think they just made a lot of like inside bad decisions.
Yeah.
Like investment-wise.
Well, it's like...
Because they bought those 2 places like next door to it and down the street, and those didn't do like anything.
They never opened them, did they? The one next door.
I think they were like only private events.
Yeah.
And the place next door actually looked like a decent setup, too. It's like, why don't you open this? Like,
yeah, I mean, for me, it's pretty clear they should have just hired me. I watch a shit ton of Bar Rescue, and I'm serious, I know, like, all of Taffer's secrets,
like,
so...
You need Taffer? Fuck no, we got Duggan.
I mean, come on, guys. I'm surprised. The other day I was watching one, and they had your boy on there from Barstool.
Mm-hmm.
Was his,
Portnoy?
Yeah, did we talk about this? I think we might have talked about this.
Guy.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I didn't. I saw clips of that episode.
They're like really good friends, apparently.
Somebody told me that they're like in business together.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
was it you? Maybe somebody did. That Taffer bought a part of Barstool, or vice versa, or something.
I don't know, but they're like they're business partners now. He does a lot of stuff for Barstool now.
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Yeah,
it wasn't me. It was either me or myself.
Somebody. Yeah. I forget who it was. Somebody.
I think when Taffer first went to Barstool, the old office they used to have, they had a bar, doing air quotes, and Taffer walked in and was like, you guys don't even have any booze back here. They're like, well, we got a keg that like is empty. And he was like, how are you Barstool? You have a bar with no liquor. And Dave's just like, Yeah, man. I don't, He's like, yeah, you're right, dude. You're right.
That would probably be a funny segment if you had like Taffer walking into Barstool thinking that it's actual bar. That'd be pretty funny.
Rate my bar, Taffer.
Well, you know I love Taffer, right? And I love Bar Rescue. It's hilarious, and everything about it is great. Taffer, I love it. He just comes in hot and just starts screaming, and it's so funny. But then he comes out with this show called Marriage Rescue.
Yeah.
And I cannot, as much as I love the guy, I cannot bring myself to watch it. I can't do it. Because there's just no... Listen, I'll tell you one thing. There's a lot of times where you watch Bar Rescue and you're like, man, if I was that guy, I'd for sure I'd slap the shit out of him, you know? But then again, you're thinking, maybe I wouldn't hit him because he's trying to help your bar or whatever. I'll tell you, I promise you, that if Taffer was giving me the same way that he gives your bar advice for my personal love life or marriage, I would 100% hit him so fast. There's no way that I would just shake my head and
why are you fucking her like that? What the fuck you doing?
Yeah. There's no way I'd just shake my head and be like, you know what, John?
You get in there and you do the work. That's so true, though. He is the man, though. I wouldn't hit him. I think he'd beat my ass. That's a big motherfucker, dude.
I don't think he would.
That's a big, mean motherfucker.
I don't think he's that big. I think he's short.
Oh,
I think
no.
camera adds like 10 pounds.
He's definitely got, like, mafia ties as well. He'd find a way to kill me.
He's just like a little Joe Pesci.
Yeah, but if there's one way I want to go, it's definitely by the mob.
By the mob?
Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure.
What?
Yeah, bro, for sure.
You would want to?
What a story. Hey, how'd Jim Stout die? The mob.
But you know, no one ever dies. I mean, very rarely.
Oh, it's not going to be
quick
peaceful.
and easy. Yeah.
No, it's not. I'll be in the trunk just, like, bleeding out.
And you ever notice, like, usually, if it is the quick and painless, like a shot to the head or something, they always tell you some really, really foul, mean shit beforehand that makes you feel terrible.
They fuck you up mentally beforehand.
Yeah, it's like, so then you die just really down.
Except I'd be the asshole in the trunk like, hey, you digging the hole? You digging my hole? I've seen Goodfellas.
Make sure it's a little big.
I gotta make it big, guys.
Yeah, that's what we gotta be on the lookout, man, because I forget the name of that new Netflix movie that's coming out with De Niro and
that looks good.
Pacino, but
is it
whatever.
Irish?
Oh, The Irishman?
Yeah, Irishman.
Oh, that's a Netflix movie?
I think
Yeah,
so.
dude.
What?
Yeah.
That's gonna be good, man.
Fuck yeah,
Scorsese directed it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm so down. It's
love
got Pesci, De Niro, and Pacino are all back together.
Wow.
Like,
dude.
that's awesome.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm all about that.
Yeah.
And they use some de-aging technology in it. Like, it's the first movie to like use like a different technology for it that doesn't look so fake as like other movies do. So, see.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. But on the Barstool topic, real quick, announced today, Spit and Chicklets listeners, one of our favorite podcasts, but for those who don't know, it's Spit and Chicklets hockey podcast by Barstool. They announced they have a new drink coming out, Pick Whitney's Amsterdam Vodka. It's basically just pink lemonade and vodka together in just a bottle.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Well, but it's Amsterdam's making it?
Yeah. And
Cool.
Spit and Chicklets, it's like a Spit and Chicklets Barstool brand like on it.
It looks delicious.
Yeah, I want one.
I just find that so, because I find it so amazing, all that stuff, like, because I'm not a big Barstool guy, but it's just, I feel like day by day, I feel like there's so many different areas of Barstool. They've just created this thing, and like certain sections of this thing just get these really legit cool deals like that. Like that's a big move, and it's just like that's a podcast under this huge umbrella of just like stuff that they do, and it's just always crazy. I always hear these new deals and all these things, and it's like, man, they really turn that into like a legitimate thing.
Yeah. Like, the business deals that they are making are unreal. Yeah. Like, they have to be one of the greatest startup businesses, like, from nothing to, like...
I mean, it was just, like, a few guys, right? Just, like, bullshitting to each other? That was it, right? That's... Okay.
Really, it started out as, like, a newspaper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then it's just...
Their first show was The Rundown that they still do now, and it was just, like, they would be in separate cities just webcamming to each other about sports stuff, and they would just do kind of like what they did now. It was almost funnier then because they didn't really have a lot of restrictions and stuff. Portnoy wasn't this big business guy. He's hilarious, like, years ago.
Yeah, and I think YP, like, he's doing that Barstool Outdoors now. I think he's, like, kind of teaming with, like, Columbia to make his, like, clothing and shit. Which Columbia does, like, outdoor jackets and all that fancy shit.
Have you watched his, like, episodes at all?
Yeah, it's good.
Dude, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want a Barstool Outdoor shirt, so those shirts
they
are
look sick.
Sweet. Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude, you're right. It's like every day they're like somebody in that whoever, like, they all have different niches there.
Fuck, they just
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah, they all got their own
they
pockets.
all just pop up, and
they just got Stone Cold on to do a pizza review.
I'm so jealous of that.
And Portnoy drops a beer. And Stone Cold's like, outstanding. Outstanding.
Yeah,
got a lot of work.
Yeah, you got a lot of work to do.
That's why Portnoy just goes, I'm so mad I dropped the beer.
He caught him initially. He caught the two,
Yeah.
and then he opened it, and then when he was trying to put it back in his hand, he dropped it. It was like, oh. Oh, God. Yeah, but that Pink Whitney looks delicious.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Before we get into songs of the week, we haven't done this. We haven't done this in a while. We used to do this on every episode until we realized that we and you do the same thing every weekend. But how was your weekend?
Oh yeah, we haven't asked about weekends in a while.
There used to be like a thing that we would do on every episode. Be like, okay, let's start off. How was your weekend? And everybody that was on the show would be like, well, we hung out together.
I was going to say you guys would always be together.
We'd always be there. It's like, well, we were at Bombers, and this
It's like,
happened,
oh yeah,
and-
me too.
Yeah.
I was actually at Bombers this past weekend. Me and Duggan were.
I have not been there.
We got a couple stories from that for sure.
I haven't
yeah.
been there in a
Yeah, we
while.
do.
That's right, you do. Yeah, I haven't been to Bombers in a while. Good. It's a good thing.
I asked if he wanted to come up to Bombers, and he said, "What'd you say to me?" Do you forget?
Oh. Well, I had just got done playing a softball tournament with Bowman. And I was like, dude, I have a sandwich, some weed, and like 6 hours of Stranger Things to watch, so I'm probably not coming out.
You said text me in 6 hours.
I was like, yeah, you can text me in like 6 hours when
I
I'm,
think I did too.
when I'm done. Yeah, you did, because you said Brett Hall's at Bombers.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, he thought that was going to get you out.
It almost did, and I was like, oh, I've met Brett Hall.
I don't think you would have made it over there.
And I was like, I
eventually.
don't want to deal with looking at people who
Exactly.
like have
There
no
were so many
respect for
people
the
there.
Ty and I were literally just standing back, kind of just watching.
Yeah.
I was
crowds.
just like, just let him like just hang out.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was what you showed me.
It was amazing. I thought it was so funny, dude. I
wanted to-
got the picture right here. Are you talking about outside?
The convertible?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that park job?
Yeah, I saw your Snapchat, and
Oh my
I said
God.
the balls on that. I'm fucking worried. I like double checked my Ford Taurus 2001 that the doors are locked, that nobody steals anything out of it.
Well, I walk out there, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. There's a Bentley out here in South City. That first of all, that's hilarious. And then I'm looking around, and I'm like, dude, who the fuck's driving this
Drug
Bentley?
dealer, for sure.
And this guy comes over and says, oh, that's Hole, man. He got out. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, whatever. But then I look, and I'm like, oh my God, he's like legitimately 6 feet from the curb, just almost pulled. I think he literally was just driving on the right side of the street, like in a lane, and just stopped. Like, didn't even park, just stopped.
It's so far away from the curb. Like,
But then
he
I see
had
this.
to have.
Yeah, I see this cop, and he's standing right at the front of the car, smoking a cigar. But he's not looking around at all the people outside. You know, it's late. There's a bunch of people doing dumb shit or whatever. He's literally staring at this car, and I'm asking around, what the hell is this guy doing? And one of my buddies that I was with is, let's just say, knows about, is in tune with law enforcement. We'll say that, and. He says apparently that's a thing, that wherever Hole goes, he'll just throw a cop a couple $100 and say, hey, watch my car.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
No, if you got a convertible Bentley,
Do the
I
same
have
thing.
to do
I'm
it.
Brett Hall with that money.
Yeah.
Damn right I am.
Yeah. So that's what Todd said something. He was texting me, and he said, hey, man, come in, you want to play a round of darts or something? Like, yeah, I'll be in there, but I'm just out here. I'm looking at this park shop right now. It was so amazing. It was so bad.
Earlier in the night, you blew my mind because I didn't know you could play different forms of cricket on darts. If anybody knows cricket.
Dude. I'm still amazed by that. I really am.
Dude,
He didn't know there was different types of cricket.
It's better for me because I'm all over the board. So you can, like, there's a game, Crazy Cricket. Instead of, like, just doing the random number. Have you played Crazy Cricket?
No, I've just played regular
See,
cricket.
I've never heard of it either. Thank you.
So
Thank
the
you.
regular one, okay, so it depends on how old the dart machine is. Because if you're playing on an old school dart machine, it's not called Crazy Cricket. It's called, I think that's just called random. And so all it is it just generates, instead of your normal cricket numbers, it generates random numbers. And you play those random numbers the entire game. But we were playing on the new ones that are like digital and have the screen and the camera and shit.
Yeah.
And this is called Crazy Cricket, where it actually randomizes the numbers every turn that you don't make a point on. So it's actually way more intense, but it's a good time. It was a
I
good
like
time.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, like, and if you hit that number stays for the whole game then.
Yeah, so if you shoot at a 3 and you accidentally hit a 3 and it's on the board, then you got to hit the 3s. So, interesting.
I like it way better because I'm all over the board anyways.
Lucky chance.
Wilson sucks at it. I carried the team.
Wilson had a rough night. He
Yeah, he
lost
did.
a little bit of money. Yeah, he had a rough night.
I suck at darts. So
Man, I love
he's
darts
making
so
bets
I like playing,
earlier.
but I suck at
He's
it.
making bets earlier. He's like, "Yeah, we'll buy blue bombs." I'm like, "I'm not buying a blue bomb if I lose, Ryan." And he goes, "All right, I got you." I'm like, "Yeah, fucking right."
Yeah,
I was like, and I was kind of like, I kind of hope we lose now. Like, just go,
Hey,
Brian.
you can
Brian
buy
has
them.
some money.
That's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about was maybe after Songs of the Week or something, but it's something that's happening right now that the darts would fit into. But, it was real quick, last thing on the Brett Hull thing was what was funny to me was, so I put that picture up on the Snapchat, right? And then I put something on there on the Snapchat of, Brett Hull's park job outside of Bounders, And I got people, I thought it was really interesting, people were messaging me the next day like, ha ha, like, good joke. Like, they thought I was just talking about some drunk asshole that parked. Yeah, and I was like, no, it was actually Brett Hull's car. And they're like, oh, that's funny. But they just thought that, like, the whole persona that Brett Hull has, they were just like, oh, that was just some drunk asshole that can't park. And I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
That Hull has that image.
Duggan, you asshole.
because that makes more sense than Brett Hull being at Bombers.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. But
Like that makes a lot. Like, oh no, look at this asshole in the convertible that parked here.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, it's Brett Hull.
It's like,
that makes sense too. That makes sense too.
Drunk as Hall.
Drunk as Hull, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
his life is in a downward spiral if he's at Bombers.
No
offense.
Is that what you were saying the next night? The downfall of Brett Hall
So the
begins.
downfall
Going
of
the
Brett Hull
Bombers.
begins.
Well, somebody was telling me, I forget who I ran into, but they were saying that they knew a couple people up there, and they were looking at pictures, and they were like, was he, like, sober? I don't know, because I didn't really talk to him or anything, but apparently in the pictures he did not look, imagine that, he didn't look very sober at all. So
See the one with McNetty in him?
no.
Yeah.
Is it bad?
It's bad at McNetty.
Well, he was something else that night anyway, so
If anything.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, Brett Hall. Brett, I didn't think he seemed that drunk when I was leaving the same time he was leaving, and he looked like he was fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he probably had like 9 blue bombs and then left, and then like 10 minutes later he's like, oh fuck. These blue bombs
he probably
just
just
hit me.
left his car in the middle of the street, paid a cop. He goes, "I couldn't find a meter, but here's $5."
Or he probably just threw in another couple hundred and said, drive my ass home. The guy
shit.
said, okay, sure.
Probably, yeah.
Brett Hall. Oh my
Jesus.
god. Yeah, we'll just go. So let's go back downtown, walk up and down the street again at 3 a.m. Where's the cup?
It's the parade. I'm trying to find the parade, guys. Still, Brett?
Really funny thing before we get into the songs of the week. After you left, I was trying to get you to play again, and you left. So I played Wilson.
Okay.
I was not doing well in this game. Wilson went to the bathroom. As he was going to the bathroom, I kept skipping his turn and kept just poking holes in all the ones I needed. People outside were cracking up, and I was like, "Wilson, I won." He goes, "How the fuck did you win?" I go, "Dude, I'm just that good." He goes, "Damn, I guess I owe you a blue bomb."
Oh my god.
He still doesn't know I cheated.
He wouldn't put two and two together.
He would be like, oh man,
Damn,
dude.
you got me, man.
Crazy, dude.
He goes, "Bullshit."
Sounds about right for him. That's hilarious, though. God.
Poor Wilson and his big ass head. Poor kid.
Wait, okay.
be all right.
Explain that.
Oh, I saw a picture of him. Like, I think his girlfriend posted a picture of them together. I was like, fucking Christ, his head looks huge. Like, massive. And I never thought he had a huge head. So, what was it? Katie was on the phone with him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said something on the phone about me. And I was like, you have a fucking huge head. And I guess all he did was go, yeah. His head just is so fucking huge in the picture. It doesn't even look like him. I wish I could find it. I'm not going to try and find it, but that poor kid.
Or the one picture from Mardi Gras where he looks really fat. It's hilarious. Do you know
Yeah,
what
he
picture
looks
I'm talking
huge.
I
about?
don't think so.
He looks huge.
It was my cover photo for a while.
Why does he? Is it just a bad angle or
It's
something?
it's a bad angle because like that day I didn't think of it. I'm like, why do you look so fat in this picture, bro?
I'm kind of pissed he's not fat. Because he would always throw chubby jokes at me. And at the time, I was like,
Oh yeah, he does. That's weird.
yeah, look how big his head is. Look how fat he looks. Nothing like cutting down your friends.
Well, the best still is when fucking Kevin saw you for the first time when you lost all your weight.
Yeah, he goes, oh, you look fucking gross. And then Bowman goes, what's up, you bag of bones? The fuck you, Steve? Who are you to talk? Look at you. You stick redhead.
And also, like, thank you. I
Yeah,
guess.
thanks, dude. I guess I don't know.
It was very sweet of you.
Yeah, I hadn't seen anybody, and the first person I go to hang out with Bowman. It was Game 1 of the Stanley Cup. I was feeling better, and Kevin Donnelly pulls up right before I did. So I walk up to his car. He hadn't seen me in months, and I lost like 60-something pounds, 70 pounds. I walk up to Kevin's window, like knock, and he looks and he's like, whoa. He like gets scared for a second. He's just like, "What the fuck is that?" He goes, "Oh, you look fucking gross." I was like, "Good to see you too, but It's only been a half a year."
When I dropped off your birthday present, when you walked outside, Katie goes, I was like,
Look at him.
I was just like staring at you. I'm like, I gotta have sunglasses on right now, so I don't know if you can tell I'm staring at him.
You stood at the end of the driveway so you wouldn't get sick. Like, no,
You're
dude,
all
just
at
take
the
it. Oh man. Well, should we get into songs of the week?
Dude, we haven't done a tangent like that in so long.
I think we're gonna have a good one after the songs because I got like I said, I got some questions.
I'm ready.
Loving
for
it.
questions. All right,
They're for me, not you. So shut the fuck up.
You want to go first?
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Hey, save these for when we go to Fright Fest.
Sick.
Can you believe that they still have Six Flags things on these Coke cans?
No, because you know what? There's no way that they're making any kind of return on investment on that.
Right.
There's no way.
Right.
There is no
Would they
way.
sign like
I
a
am down
lifetime
to the Fright
sponsorship?
Fest.
That's what you know. What that's kind of what I've thought that before too. Because I was like, I wonder if this is kind of like an NBA deal where you just sign like your TV deal, but you sign it for 25 years. You know,
Right.
something ridiculous like we're gonna put these on your cans every summer until 2050.
They have to be. I've never not seen it on it my whole life.
The other thing I always wondered is, what about the other cities with Six Flags in them? Do those
Ooh.
Cokes in that area have the same thing? Because there's a few Six Flags, right? Pretty sure there's one in like California or something.
I think this counts because this doesn't say St. Louis on it.
What if they had every Coke can had those for even cities where there isn't a Six Flags? There's
Can
like
we take this to Universal Studios?
somebody's
We
like,
can
what
get
the
in,
fuck?
right?
Yeah,
What is this Six Flags? We're in
they just look it up and they're like, oh, so Coke's
we're in
just rubbing this in our
Topeka, Kansas.
face.
Why the fuck do we have this?
Oh, sorry, dude.
Orlando's like, you poor fucks.
Yeah, it's just like we're just gonna throw it in your face.
All right, songs of the week. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go
Start us off.
again.
My first song.
My first song this week is off the Chance the Rapper album.
Ooh,
Please don't take
You
my song.
like Chance?
Please don't take my
he's
song.
okay.
You okay? Yeah.
I got a little.
Yeah.
Don't take my fucking song.
Get a Bag.
Okay.
Is that it?
Nope.
No. It's just one of the out of the 22 songs on it.
Shit.
Too many for me, but
Really?
I'm not going to complain. Yeah, I talked to you about it last week.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I felt bad bitching because it's like I love music and I love getting new music, but for an album, it's like give me like
Yeah.
15, 16,
You're like
and then
those
release a
assholes
bunch of
that
like
get free
8.
music from you too, and you're like, oh, I want to steal it.
Yeah, stealing was more fun. But little
I
song
don't want
called
free music, a free album. Fuck you.
I didn't.
Shut up, people.
Just ask.
Please. Fuck Santa Claus too.
Yeah, Get a Bag. Just a good. I like the beat. Yeah, this album though, it's not my favorite from him, but I like it.
I like him.
It's good enough.
Well, it's weird because it's his debut album.
Yeah,
That's the weird part. Yeah.
which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Coloring Book was basically an album,
Right.
But,
Yeah, for sure.
but it was a mix.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mixtape.
Which is weird because it's on Spotify. Normally, like, oh no, it's not. Is it?
Same
there's-
with what was the other one?
Acid Rap.
Acid Rap. Yeah, that. I mean,
Funny tidbit about that: Acid Rap showed up on Spotify. I think he finally put them on like a couple weeks ago. And Todd goes, "Dude, the new Chance album's out," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, He's like, "Yeah, it's on Spotify." I was like looking through, and it was like
Rap.
Acid Rap. And he's like, "Yeah, dude." I was like, "What's it called?" He's like, "Acid Rap." I was like, "Yeah, no, bro, that's something like."
it's like 8 years ago, probably.
He's like, "Oh shit, really?" But I thought because I knew a new album was coming
Yeah,
out.
it was, yeah.
And I
Well,
was like, what?
That's the same. I mean, that's basically the Drake move, right? That just happened. Drake put out that
Right.
compilation, air quotes, and it was literally just old songs that he never officially put on an album. I
Yeah.
mean, sure, I love it. It's great, but like to put, I heard people saying that like Drake put out a new. Don't get all excited. You probably know 90% of it.
I had a feeling that it was old when I heard the Gambino featured track. I'm like, he's rapping like old Gambino. Gambino doesn't rap like that anymore, so...
It's a good call.
Yeah, it's my first song.
You made fun of me. But anyway, my first song this week, I guess I'll keep it on Chance. Song Do You Remember by Chance the Rapper and Death Cab for Cutie. Because it's just an awesome collaboration.
I was just going to say that.
Like, really, really good collaboration. Like, I would not be opposed to, like, hearing a whole album by them.
Yeah, you know, surprising that people like that, like Chance and those guys that kind of expand out. I'm surprised, you know, I think a newer thing in hip-hop, especially with producers, is like you make a whole joint album, maybe just one rapper and a producer.
Right.
Now, I don't think it'd be crazy to get a whole album of something like that, like a cool collab like that. That'd be cool.
Like, apparently Gambino and Chance have been working on a collab album for like years.
That's what I've heard.
Well, but they say that about J. Cole and Kendrick, and they say Drake and J. Cole, or they're Drake and somebody. But, you know, they just need to bring it. I mean, that's why Jay-Z's the fucking man, honestly, because he's going to get with Linkin Park and do that, you know, and I get that it was kind of, you know, maybe people have thoughts about that, but why not just mix it up, man? I'm in for it.
I like that was one of my favorite albums was the
awesome.
Jay-Z Linkin Park one.
I thought it was great.
Even though it wasn't really like
Him and Kanye.
I don't think there was like new songs. It was like mashups of their songs. But at the time, though, I loved that shit.
Yeah.
Like there would be Korn and somebody else did a mashup.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember that shit in like high school? And I was like,
that was when mashups were
cool.
like really cool. Like that's when like
you wanted the rock and rap like collab.
Like the fucking what was the there was a huge mashup.
You're talking about like Travis Barker doing a bunch of covers.
Travis Barker did one. There was I want to say Nine Inch Nails mixed a song with the Beatles, and it was awesome.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
I want to say it was Closer and Come Together. It was like mixed together, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. It'd be cool. Like if Death Cab for Cutie and like who'd you say Gambino, like made new songs.
Yeah, I think it would just be refreshing, man.
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
That'd be crazy.
Good mashup is fucking Snow Patrol and Sting, or the Police. Every Breath, or what's that song called? I'll Be Watching You. No, it's Every Breath.
It's Every Breath.
Yeah,
I think it's just Every Breath.
Every Breath, and it was mixed with Chasing Cars. I'm like, wow, those two have very similar
there's another one where it's Chasing Cars and then 21 Pilots My Blood, and it's really fucking good. I love mashups, dude. They're so good if done right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've heard some not so good. But Jay-Z and the Verb was fucking sweet.
Yeah, Jay-Z, put your shit on Spotify, bud.
No doubt.
It's never going to happen.
I don't know if anybody's using what's his streaming?
Tidal. Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
Does anybody use it?
Apparently, they're making a lot of money. They release. I'm pretty sure they release their earnings. I think they're doing good.
It comes with a certain like cell phone provider, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think it's like really bougie. I'm pretty sure. I think there's like a lot of like just random cool stuff that you get. I don't know how I don't know what it is.
I want to say like one of the major deals that they signed that business people were like, holy shit, they're going to make a lot of money just because like they're getting half the earnings that like when people sign their contracts with certain like cell phone carriers. So like whatever they sign with that cell phone, the cell phones have agreed to pay Tidal because Tidal's giving their shit for free on there. So that's where they're making all their money. I think it's AT&T. I think it's AT&T.
Those same people are just getting Spotify on their phone.
Yeah, exactly.
like me because I have AT&T.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy. Duggan, what's your first song?
All right, man. For me, number one, I'm going to kind of bend the rules a little bit because sometimes, you know, the last time I was on here, which was seems like forever ago, but you know, I like to stick to. I'm in the hip hop ish R&B world, and you know, every once in a while, I'll come across either like a hip hop artist or an R&B group, and you know, they put out projects where. Nowadays, I feel like it's kind of tough, but every once in a while you come across one that you can just roll all the way through. And so for that, I'm not going to get a specific song, but I'm just going to go album for this one. And this is an R&B group. They are called They. That's literally the name. They. The album is called New Religion Hyena, and they're a dope little duo from California. They're like it's basically like some up tempo R&B with some bass. You know, it's not. not necessarily baby making music, but they got a bunch of different feel, a lot of vibes, man. But they're most of the time definitely head nodding.
I forgot you explain music way better than me and Jim.
Yeah. I also forgot that you have a taste in music that I like, where it's like not known.
Where like his music will
R&B and
actually put
hip-hop.
on the list.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. You guys are
Like it's something different.
talking me up. I appreciate that.
I feel like I feel like I've come across they on
I feel like I have
Spotify.
too, actually.
So
Like,
yeah,
I'm
it's
just
they.
scrolling through
The
it.
actual like verbiage of it, or I guess not verbiage, but the text of it is they, and then they have, for some reason I haven't figured out why, but they have like a period after they, so it's
Yeah, I'm
they
seeing-
period.
I have
seeing
seen
that
them
right
before
now.
because I remember seeing that name. I've
Yeah,
seen that
right.
name.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're pretty awesome, man. They're really solid. This album was in 2017 that I'm referencing, so this is years ago. But I still, it is a constant in rotation for me all the time.
I've heard of them before. I don't know why.
Isn't that the best when you find an album that you can just go through?
When you find one that you can go all the way through, it's especially today, man. It's crazy because you get like Chance, you get somebody like, I'm not necessarily against the number of songs, but it's almost impossible for you to have a 22 track. You got to really be killing it to be able to 22 playthrough. You know what I mean? So, but hey,
I feel bad bitching like, that's too many on an album. It's like, what do I know?
What's
I'm just
crazy?
gonna listen to it.
The last 1975 album had what 17 songs,
Yeah,
and that's an album I think you can play straight through.
yeah.
And
Then
listen
again,
to it again. And
I
again.
really fucking like them. So
yeah, and I, you know, it's funny that you say that, Stoutsy, too, because I feel like I'm pretty picky about my albums, but I'm picky about weird things. Like, I feel like there's this resurgence in hip hop to put skits on your albums, and I cannot stand skits. It's like a waste of time to me. It's an automatic delete for me.
like Eminem would have like 9 skits on his
Yeah,
album.
yeah, like
Country
they're just
Grammar.
country. Yeah, all those. You know, those back in the day. I feel like it's coming. I hope it's not coming back now.
What the fuck was that, Kanye?
And I also have this really big thing that I can't stand. That I think it's over now, but it definitely was a thing. I know Logic's done it a couple times where you just and Drake too. I think Drake might have started this, but you have an album of 12, 13 songs, but it's actually just one song is 6 minutes long, and it's actually just goes one song and then gradually just morphs into another one.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like up tempo and then it just kind of drones out for a little bit, and then all of a sudden now you're in like this slower song and something, and then you look down and you're like, oh, this is still the same song. I hate that.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
would
big
so
fan of
much
that.
rather you split that out
right.
and give me that slow song as the next option.
Only Green Day could do that.
Well, because here's the problem. What happens if you hate that first part? Are you gonna fast forward 3 minutes
Right.
into a
All the
song?
way to the
No
second
way.
part?
No, you're not. You're just gonna skip it. At least that's what I do.
You know what's
I
crazy
agree
is
with that.
that
Drives me crazy.
That's happened to me on a
Jesus
Logic
of
album.
Suburbia.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It was on the supermarket one that he put out with his novel.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like one of the first songs, and like I kind of liked the beginning, but then at a certain point, it's like the 4-minute mark, it switches, and I'm like, oh, I really fucking like that. And sometimes I'm able to like listen to the whole song, but there are times where I've like just skipped
feel like-
to that one part.
I feel like Gambino's done that on his music videos, where he'll just put 2 songs together, and I'm just like, why? If hip hop artists just want to do that, or any artists in general just want to do that, just do it that way. Just put it on your music video like that, where you just combine the songs, basically.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. See, that's the weird thing, though, because if you got visuals to it, then I don't really mind it, and I don't know
Right.
why that is. It's kind of weird.
Because basically, I guess just because the sound is matching up with your brain on what you're seeing, I guess. So and what's coming
That's a good
across
point.
onto
I don't know. Yeah.
video
Yeah.
might.
A music video can fucking change
Yeah,
a
it
song
can.
for you.
Yeah, it can.
That happens to
Dude.
me a lot.
Man, that is like one of my all-time favorite. People make fun of me this. One of my favorite things, man. You know, I've only left the country a few times, but every time that I do, I find myself. I don't even think about it. I just find myself. You know, you're in these hotel rooms or whatever, and I don't watch TV that much. But when I do, I feel like I'm always watching music videos. Because like the music videos in whatever country you're in, not only you're going to listen to some cool music and stuff like different, but they do so much different stuff than we're used to. And it's like some of it's crazy off the wall. Like this is the corniest, cheesiest shit. Sometimes it's like, wow, that's actually a great idea. I've never seen that before. You know what I mean?
The music videos still look like they're in the early 2000s.
Yeah, some of them are really bad. I mean, like really, really bad. But some of them are really great.
Fisheye lens.
And you can tell, like, depending on what country you're in, some of them you can tell, like, they're rocking the new style, but the new style, it was like when we were in, you know, the end of high school or something. You know, there's these weird things where it's like, it's funny to see, man. I love that.
Oh, man. I was just watching something the other day where, like, these wrestlers were, like, watching like their old match and talking about it, and they're like, "Look at that clothing outfit. This was like 8 years ago. Man, we look poor."
My second song
Yes.
might be stealing one from you. By Nightly, called 20-something. It's kind of like the 1975 a little bit.
You fucking dick.
Wait, the band is called Nightly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The song's
I
called
like that.
20-something.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. Was that one of yours?
No, not at all.
You want to share it?
No.
You want to share the song?
I'm just going to get a different one.
Do you want to give your
That's
input
what a
on
professional does.
You want to give your input on
I
it?
already had one.
Do you want to...
Always got to back up, man.
You want to give your input on it, though?
I like it a lot.
That's
What's
really
just funny is that like it was on one of our mutual friends' Instagram story,
Yeah.
and I texted you. I was like, "Dude, you should listen to the song. It sounds like the 1975." And your response was, "I literally listened to this like 5 minutes ago." I'm like, "Oh, did you see it on this Instagram story?" Yep.
And I always give her shit about her music just to, like, be a dick.
I feel like, wow, you have really shitty taste in music.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, God, it's such a good song. It's such a good song.
It is, dude. That song is good, but I listened to some of their other stuff, and I was like, they suck.
Oh,
They are
Yeah.
horrible. Like, they're
Yeah.
a one-hit wonder for me.
That's
Really?
the
Oh,
worst is when you
damn.
shuffle around on Spotify
Dude,
and you
some
come
of the-
across a good song. You're like, oh, fuck. And then you go and listen to them, and
What?
it's like,
There's a
there's
fucking-
not one other song you can find. You're like, fuck.
I want to
That
see if I can
sucks.
find it real quick. There's a song by them, and the lyrics are just like, oh my god. Like, this is what you came up with? Like, you're just talking. Like,
That's one of the other things too for me is because like the album that I had, my number one pick or whatever, was because like if you find something that you can play all the way through, it's pretty tough not to find other stuff that's, you know what I mean? Like they gotta, it's okay to have a couple songs or even a one hit like you're saying, and then you can come across other ones that aren't great. But if you get a whole album that you can roll through, there's a pretty good chance that their other albums or other music is gonna be
It's gonna
good.
be okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, like, if they had, like, 12 songs on another album, like, you could probably guarantee, like, at least half you'll
Yeah,
probably
right.
enjoy.
Sure.
Which is fine.
which
I
is
can
fine.
do that.
It's just
I can do that.
You got pretty good odds that it's not a complete miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, it's the worst.
I'm looking
though.
I'm looking it up now because I want
What, the song?
see these lyrics. Yeah. Because I turned it on.
Wait,
it's
is
like-
this by Nightly? What are you looking
Yeah, it's
up?
by Nightly.
Okay.
I want to look up these lyrics to the
Kind
song.
of a cool name, though. I like that.
Do you remember what the song is?
I think it's called Say Anything? Say Anything Else?
It's probably on, like, their, like a
It's just this
search 'em on
one
Spotify.
little fucking verse. I was like, that just ruined you ruined yourself for me. You ruined it. But it was about texting, and I was just like,
I also hate songs that talk.
What do you
They
mean?
just talk. Like, they're not really, like, singing or rapping or anything. It's just, like, more talking. But there's a beat. It's like...
all right, like this verse. Like this
Sometimes
verse.
I can dig it, but most times I'm like...
the
no,
words that
it's
they
not.
are rhyming are like first grade rhymes. Just call it a flight. Tell me to find a new home, or tell me to find a new ride home. Say you need a night. Park in a motel. Like, come on, Jesus Christ, man! Like, this is what like 3 of their songs are like that though.
What
where
is
it's
this,
like,
slam poetry?
dude? Honestly, okay. That's exactly what I thought of. I'm like, this just feels like it's slam poetry. It
Slam poetry! What does he say in 22 Jump
just
Street?
tell me to leave, and I just can say leave and go. Say the worst thing you can think of, make it hurt, and I'll take it well. Those are the lyrics. Like, this isn't the song I'm talking about, but this is another song.
I feel like I could write that.
Right!
If I could just sing, I could write some stuff down.
I'll never forget my grandpa ripping on Ja Rule's Clap Back. He's like, I could write the song. I'm like, no shit, 'cause he just says, we're gonna clap back, we're gonna clap back, we're gonna clap. That's the whole fucking song.
Shout out Ja Rule, man. Only
Just
relevant.
taking over the world!
Only relevant because of 50 Cent.
Oh no, dude, he had living it up.
Yeah, but now
Yeah.
he's only relevant because what did
Firefest.
last year 50 Cent fucking bought out the first 2 rows to Ja Rule's show, and nobody showed up in the front 2 rows.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, okay, that is fucking hilarious. I found the song.
What a
I found the song by
dick.
Nightly. Here's the verse that was just like, I'm literally in the shower. I'm like, I can't change the song right now because I'm in the shower. Like, but it was, it's easy with you. Breathe easy with you. It's crazy that you text me. I was just about to text you. That was, I was like, oh my
God.
god, I changed the fucking song. It's crazy that you text me. I was just about to text you.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the one I was turn the fucking song off. I think I just started yelling for Katie. I'm like, please turn this off. Like,
you just got out of the shower and threw your phone out the wall. No.
I literally almost thought about just like getting it. I hate getting out. It's a pet peeve to step out of the shower when I'm like wet. I don't want to get everything else wet. Yeah. So I'm just like, this sucks.
Do you ever come across a song that's bad, but you keep listening to it because it's so bad?
Well, here's my problem. This happens to me in hip hop all the time. The song's actually terrible, but I like the beat.
Yeah.
And so I know that it's bad, and it's like, God, I just really don't want to like this, but...
That's Old Town Road for me, baby. I hate that fucking song, but the beat is catchy.
Well, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road.
Wow. That's amazing.
Right till I can't no more.
Is that... Dude, were those your backup vocals on that? Oh, okay.
It actually wasn't Billy Ray Cyrus. It was
in the fine print, it's Todd Rick.
The best is when Lil Nas came out. And people were like, oh my god, that song has a totally different meaning. Lil Nas is like, no, it doesn't. It's literally about just riding a horse. And then there was another tweet that was like, I can't believe Lil Nas is Guy. Like, he's misspelled gay and put Guy. And Lil Nas retweeted, he goes, yep, I am Guy. He's hilarious on Twitter. But my second song... Love fucking episodes. My second song, and this is a hit episode, that's all I gotta say.
Yes. Yes.
But my second song, since you stole mine, was gonna be my second song, which is weird.
You win some, you lose some.
It's weird that your first song was Chance, my first song was Chance.
Great minds think alike, guys.
Yeah. I know, dude.
You guys got the, sometimes when you guys are good friends like you guys, sometimes you share a wavelength.
We almost randomly picked early 2000 songs, like a random early 2000 songs that's like not popular.
It was Dancing in the Moonlight. He picked it, and I was like, dude, I literally randomly decided to listen to that earlier today, and I almost put it as my song. So you lying? I was like, no, dude, today I was cleaning my room, and I was like, I kind of want to listen to Dancing in the Moonlight for some reason.
Dancing in the Moonlight.
And then you picked it. I was like, whoa.
But my second song is a cover of Time After Time by Gunship.
Oh.
But it's like a little techno cover.
I love Time After Time covers.
So do I.
One of my favorite songs, easily. The original.
It's a great song.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
but covers of them are so fucking good. My top two cover songs are that and Fast Car. Any Fast Car cover is fucking good. Khaled does one.
In a fast car.
Thought that was a dude for the longest time. It's not. That's Tracy Chapman. She's a woman.
Yeah, Tracy, dude. Yeah, she's a boss.
But she can sing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Give her that.
Yeah.
What?
What's her other big song?
Really big one. Is it Give Me One Reason?
Yeah, that's a great
Give
song.
me one reason to stay.
Yeah, that's a classic. It's a classic.
What?
Which is weird because she has a fast car, so... Kind of contradicting yourself there, Tracy. What?
Was that the same album, though? That's where it all comes down to. If it's the same album, then yeah, you can't
When
do that.
did those songs come out?
Oh, jeez.
90s, right?
Was it 90s? Did we not say Tracy Chapman on our 90s
Oh,
episode?
no, I for sure said Tracy Chapman.
I mean,
I know I did.
That's a staple.
Yeah.
I mean...
If I could karaoke that and do it justice, I would.
90...
Time After Time?
Fast Car was 88.
Oh!
Give Me One Reason was 95.
Wow.
Wow, I really hope I didn't pick... No, I know I wouldn't have picked Fast Car for a 90s song.
I didn't think so.
So I would have double-checked.
Well, 80s is coming up when I record.
That's wild.
Oh.
That's crazy. Okay. All right.
You like the 80s?
Huh?
You like the 80s?
I actually... The 80s is probably the one decade that I'm least knowledgeable in. I don't know much anything about the 80s.
Music from the 80s.
But I go hard for the 90s, though. So hard.
80s and 90s are pretty close together for me for my favorite styles of music.
Yeah. I think I'm leaning more towards the 80s.
Dude,
but then again, I do like the 70s.
Mine's 90s, I think, for me, but 80s is borderline, almost going to cross that line.
Yeah. If I want to do cocaine, I'm going to listen to the 80s.
Cocaine.
All right, man. I'll step up for the number two. I'm thinking. This is in no particular order, by the way, because I have a couple local guys coming up here. But this is probably my most popular, I would say, song or mainstream, I guess, and that is "Trippy" by Anderson .Paak featuring J. Cole. It's actually a really sad song.
I think we heard that.
Is it off?
But it's amazing.
Album?
Yeah, it's off his newest album. I think it's Ventura is what it's called. His newest album.
Yeah.
But first of all, J. Cole is just the man, and so is Anderson. But together, man, it's like this really chill kind of breakbeaty vibe. The song's not the most happiest. But it's just kind of like a reflection song, like reflecting back on the past relationships, and nobody's gonna do that better than J. Cole.
Right.
So, no.
It's a really good song.
I love it.
I actually really like.
Yeah.
That whole Anderson .Paak album I really like.
Yeah, he's great.
He's good, man.
We listened to it playing Sauce Toss on Sunday because that DJ just played that album just all the way through.
I'm just gonna turn this album on.
He really did. He played the entire Anderson .Paak album, and then the host of the Hotbox Hockey shout out. We didn't win, but shout out to Brett Jones and Jeff Hain. They came in second place.
Yeah.
But we did not. We made it out of the first round and then had to go back into the first round, then lost.
Yeah, it was a clusterfuck.
It was a clusterfuck.
We both were just like, whatever, we don't care.
Yeah, we're done with this.
Yeah.
But it was funny when Pilcher's like, hey, why is nobody fucking partying? This is a party. It's like, well, you're playing the whole Anderson .Paak album, number one, which I really like, but that's a chill album.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
The
DJ was just playing like real chill, like it's a nice little Sunday, and like you're just hanging out. Like nobody was like getting like hyped up or anything. It was just it was just like chill music. And
there
was
was
like,
models like in thongs, like just naked basically. It like the idea behind it was totally to be like just a beach party. It was supposed to be like a party. Did not come across that way at all.
No, not at all.
What do you got, Stoutsy? You up next? What do you got?
Oh yeah, I'm up next. My third song is by Angus and Julia Stone. It's called Big Jet Plane. You ever heard it?
Wait, are they related? What is it? Is it who?
I don't know, but
They gotta be like relatives, right? Stone. I mean, unless it's a fake name, obviously. But
I came across it.
Sounds cool though.
The other day. Never heard this? Hold on, let me get to the...
Put it into the mic.
I feel like you would have heard this. Talking about his dick. That's what that means. Oh, I thought it would pick it up. You never heard this song?
No. Talk about his dick.
He is. He is. But it was like a song I listened to in like maybe freshman year because I had my older sister's iPod.
It's old?
Yeah. And then it just came through my shuffle and I was like, where the fuck have I heard? And then I went on like an adventure of how I heard this song. Eventually, like an hour later, I texted my sister and was like, was this on your iPod? She's like, yeah. I was like, oh, fucking Jesus. It's like Googling for hours, like movies and shit. It's like, no, nowhere close. Nowhere close to what I wanted. Like Googling movies, like, nope, that's not it. Going through soundtracks of movies for an hour.
Yeah.
Idiot. Good little song, though. Slow. It's basically just about that dude telling this girl to bang him. I don't know if they're related, though. Hopefully it's not him singing to her.
Well, don't take my
It's a good little ditty.
Oh, all right. My third song. It's not about riding dick. It's about being lonely. And it's called Fuck, I'm Lonely by
The opposite of Went from Duggan's like kind of sad song to mine like, hey, you're gonna get fucked. Now you're just sad again.
You're depressed again. It was a one night stand.
That's right. I was
just got over a bad relationship.
I was on the depression music last week. Dude. I picked some Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah, and then I watched 50-50 yesterday, which was the first time I ever watched that movie. The movie's sad as fuck.
Oh, it's so sad.
Oh my god, it is so sad.
It's
I love
funny,
that
but
movie
it's
so
I cried.
much.
I'm not gonna lie.
I cried when I watched
was like,
it
holy
too.
shit,
It's like, it's
man.
really
that's an
really
intense
sad.
movie. Yeah.
We has cancer, and you. What does Seth Rogen say?
He's like, what's the difference? He just uses you like to get laid. He's like, yeah, but you're his fucking girlfriend. You cheated on you, dumb idiot.
Yeah, he has cancer.
But yeah, my third song is "Fuck I'm Lonely" by Lav.
We still don't know how to say his name.
We picked this is like our seventh song we picked.
I almost picked that song. Not even joking.
But it's good. I like it. It's off the. I don't like that it's off the 13 Reasons Why soundtrack though, because it's just like every teeny bopper in the world loves him.
I know.
But I don't know. It's a good song. It's a totally like. So how am I going to describe this? It's totally in the genre of like really popular artists right now that dress like they're in the 90s. Like, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Vibrant colors and, like, totally 90s. Like, Billie Eilish, I would put in that category.
Yeah,
Lonnie,
definitely.
the 1975.
Yeah.
Basically, everybody I really like right now.
Yeah. Does that dude put out albums, Lav?
Yeah,
or is it just like him putting out random songs?
Lately, he's just putting out random songs.
I like him better when he's putting out random songs.
I do, too.
His albums, I don't care for so much.
Lonnie, though, I do like their albums.
Yeah.
They put out good albums.
Yeah. I always get Lonnie and him confused. Lonnie,
whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Listen to it.
Just fucking listen to it, dude. What's your third song, dude?
Man, 3. I'm going a local route, man, and that's my guy Smino. You guys Smino fans?
No, but I know last time you brought some local shit.
Yeah, Smino. He's the man right now, man. I highly suggest everybody to check him out. He has a couple features on the newest Dreamville album with J. Cole and all those guys, but also last year, 2018, came out with his newest album called Noir, and the song specifically, I mean, that's another great album, but LMF is the name of the song. And you know what? Smino, the guy is an interesting guy because I think he's just, the whole vibe and music is just totally different from everything else that's happening right now. He's not like trap. He's not like super, I mean, he is kind of soulful, but he's not like directly boom bap either. It's just like a weird mixture of everything, and he's just the man. But he asked one of the most important questions I've ever heard in a rap song, in this song, this LMF. And he asks, Are you like more like Jason Voorhees or Jason Tatum? That is the question.
Just Jason Voorhees.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
It's Friday the 13th killer.
Oh, I didn't know his last name.
Stabs people.
What's his last name?
Jason Voorhees.
I just know him as Jason.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever watch those movies?
Yeah, I just don't pay attention to the last name. It's just like, that's fucking
Mrs.
Jason.
Voorhees, like his
No,
mom?
just Jason.
That's literally like the whole kind of storyline of it.
Oh, I just know him as Jason. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't have an excuse or anything. I just know him as Jason.
I guess I'm more like Jason Voorhees because I can't play basketball, number one, so...
I think it's more of just. I took it more of just like I'm more like Jason Tatum from the aspect of we're cool guys from St. Louis.
Yep.
And not killers. That's also a big point.
That's
kill
true.
Stoutsy for not knowing Voorhees.
Yeah, actually,
I don't have an excuse, man. I'm just owning up to like I don't have a good excuse.
I appreciate you sticking with it though. At least you didn't hit us with the like. Oh yeah, that's.
Oh yeah. From that, yeah. Oh okay, yeah. No, it's just Jason, bro. You guys are wrong.
You guys are fucking wrong, and there was no mother, okay?
Yeah,
Have you ever seen the first movie? Seen Jason X.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Dude, I just watched that on Netflix just for like out of curiosity. Holy shit.
I love watching those movies, man.
It's so bad.
That one's bad. That one's definitely
Like,
bad.
very bad. Like, the music in the background is just like porn music, basically. Like,
oh yeah, the whole production. The budget was for sure like $500.
oh, it has to be.
Yeah.
It had to have been. Yep. Can't wait for Halloween.
No, I just
Me
feel
too,
like
it's
an
the best.
idiot.
I emailed Scarefest for like sponsorships, and they never got me back. Never got back to me.
What's up, Scarefest?
Yeah, so
Come on,
shout out
man.
Scarefest. I'm not going to any haunted houses this year.
Yeah, we're not using Coke cans to go out to your scary shit either.
Fuck you, Six Flags.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a haunted house in forever.
You probably shit your pants.
On my own because I'm scared. So it can go either way.
Either one. What's your fourth song?
My fourth song is by a guy named Eddie Murphy.
Whoa.
Well, a song called "Party All the Time."
This is not real.
Yeah, I know what song you're talking about.
Great song, isn't it?
It's an actual song?
Yeah.
Does he sing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was he put out an album in the 80s.
Is he joking?
No, he thought he wanted to be a singer, like, and like
Really?
the album bombed, but that song got
But that
huge.
song, yeah, it's a big
So people
80s
were
song.
like,
I don't think
people
I
got
never
like
knew that.
super excited when like he like oh my god, he's gonna be huge, and the album was just.
So I think it was like maybe right after his big stand-up.
It was after Raw, I think, or Delirious. It was after
The one where he wears the red.
Raw, I think. It was after.
I think that's Delirious, where he wears the all red.
Was it after before Beverly Hills Cop? Because this is when he was like on top of the world.
This song came out in '85,
I think it was after Beverly Hills Cop then. So I think there was two of them by that
and I'm
time.
kind of
had
pissed it
no
wasn't in Stranger
idea.
Things, but whatever.
That's hilarious, though.
I'm pretty sure if you've heard this song before because it's a popular song.
Probably.
No, yeah, you've definitely heard it.
And like it's one of those songs you'd be like, "That's Eddie Murphy," and you're like, "Yep, that's Donkey. That's Donkey." from
That's
Shrek."
Donkey from Shrek. That's sure.
I like that boulder.
That's Jason, bro.
That's Pluto Nash.
No, man, we just call him Voorhees.
Fucking idiot.
It's my dog.
My fourth song this week is by Van Heim.
Haim.
Yep.
I almost picked this song probably too.
Summer Girl?
Yep.
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 Totally. It sounds like a 90s song.
Just downloaded it on my Spotify today.
You ever heard of Haim?
Mm-mm.
They're an indie, like, they're all 3 girls. And,
That's cool.
They play drum. Yeah, they do their own instruments or whatever, but,
what does Haim mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It sounds German.
Haim.
But
Laheim.
you should look up their performances on SNL because they're hilarious. Because there's one bassist that just makes this face the whole time when she's playing, and people are just like on Twitter when that episode came out, people on Twitter were like, I can't look away from bass face is what they called her.
Bass face. God.
But Haim, they're really good. What would be like one of their big songs? What was like the big song that put them on like the map? Basically,
it's a song that we picked, ain't it?
I mean, they have 2 or 3 albums out, and
yeah, but the one
they're getting bigger and bigger. But this song, "Summer Girls," totally sounds like a '90s. Totally sounds like a '90s song. Like it could have totally came out in the '90s.
What the fuck is the?
I know, "Give Me Just a Little of Your Love," but there was one like before that on their first album that like exploded.
I am blanking.
The Wire. This is The Wire.
They're also in that song Saturdays that we like. With Twin Shadow.
Yeah,
that's what I know
that
from.
song. But the song The Wire is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Song. This is what like made them like huge. I don't know if you ever heard this or not.
I feel like a 90s sports team's about to walk out into the field.
That's true. That's true. That does sound. I like that vibe.
But Summer Girl, yeah, check them out because it's not like any of the rest of their songs.
No,
like you expect, it's one of those songs where you expect like a bass to drop or like
yeah, and it doesn't.
Come in, and it never does.
Yeah,
and I like songs like that because it's just mellow the whole time.
Sometimes I hate it though, so I'm like, just give me the fucking.
Well, their
bass.
voices like fit like that style. So
yeah, good pick. I did almost pick that song as well.
Wow,
Todd. Fucking asshole.
Who's Jason Voorhees?
Shut up, man.
For my number 4, wait, that was you. That was yours, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So for mine, I'm keeping it local, and I'm letting everyone know about my guy, Modest MC. Check him out on SoundCloud. You can't really find him on the Apple Music and all those things yet, but Modest MC. He's great. He does everything. He's a hip hop guy.
Him last time.
Yeah, probably. And the song specifically he came out with recently is called "The Hero." I love it, man. It's just good. It's just good. Just good music. It's just that simple. I don't really have much. Sometimes there's just songs that you don't really need to go into. It's kind of like Stoutsy, your first one. You're just like, it's just good song, stuff. Yeah. That's all it is. Modest MC, man.
Where do you find all your local guys?
All over.
Like, how do you search music?
What do you mean?
Like, when you come across these, like, local guys, or, like, because you listen to more non-mainstream, you just, like, go on a roll on, like, YouTube or some shit and just, like, let it play out and find songs. That's what I kind of do with Spotify. Like, I'll throw on, like, pick on, what is it, like, you go to the home and you can pick, like, either a playlist made for you or, like, genres and shit, and I'll just, like, I'll play a video game and just let it play out, and I'm like, oh, fuck. That's how I find new music. I don't ever, like, go out and search.
I just play Grand Theft Auto.
That's a good
I guess that's what I'm asking. Do you ever you're just like, let me just search and find like guys and give them a chance, or do you just come across songs while listening to music during the day and you're like, oh shit, so let me check this out?
Both. I mean, definitely, put on a pre-made playlist of chill hip hop or something, whatever is filling your vibe. But also, like, a big thing for me too is I like searching on SoundCloud. People will give a lot of shit for the SoundCloud rappers, but there's a lot. But there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. One of my favorite things to do, and I highly suggest everyone to do this. If you're going to, you would like this, Stoutsy. SoundCloud. Go to. There's about 100 playlists, but just search jazz hop.
Okay.
And it's literally just hip hop with all jazz elements, saxophones, trumpets, but it's super chill. Just boom bap.
That's almost like "Sincerity Is Scary," the 1975 song. That's how I would probably describe that. It's like jazzy hip-hop. I actually meant to
bring that up earlier about the music video thing, because that song, I'm like, I already love that song, but that music video made me put that song automatically in my top 5. Like,
you put a solid trumpet or a saxophone in like any song, and
I was just talking about that to somebody else the other day. I was saying, you give me a hip hop song, and there's even if it's just one pull. I mean, if it's one note of a saxophone, I'm in. Yeah. And on top of that, not even if it's hip-hop, but if you just give me a simple drum breakbeat and you give me a saxophone, I'm in all the way. Yeah, I'm in 100%.
That's how I am.
Fucking Fortnite. has a saxophone song they put out. So you can unlock
they make songs?
so like DJs like make songs for them, and like they're in the game. Like if you get to a certain point, you can unlock it so that way you have new menu like music as you're waiting around.
No.
And there's one with a saxophone. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like I will just sit there and just like I'll just be on my phone and have that playing in the background. I'm like, fuck, I need to like do something.
It's taking over the world, man. It's taking over the world. Yeah. But yeah, I'll for you, Stoutsy, your question, I'll search, but and then there's also all these things, man. It's just like people post a lot of like Twitter, all these other Instagram, all these things. It's like, who's that? What's this guy talking about? What's happening over here? So I'm just bouncing around, but really for me, more mainstream stuff. Like, so I'm an Apple Music guy. I'm not a Spotify guy, really. But
get out.
Yeah, I know.
Get out, Corey.
The Apple Music, though, it's just really digging. So here's my thing, though. This is kind of puts me into a little bit of bottle those because I'm really only looking at 3 genres. That's it. I'm not going for anything else. I'm going hip hop, R&B, reggae. That's it. So I'm pretty much I stay in those lanes and the genres, and so I know what's happening at least on those platforms. I'm not really that. Because if I'm expanding my music, like if I'm doing some crazy jazz or some crazy whatever, those are going to be like vinyl, So I'm not going to be doing that on a streaming platform. That's going to be shit that I'm buying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Yeah. Like that.
And one day we should. Next time I'll bring over some vinyls, man. Because I get a kick out of I like sampling, so I'm always looking for like the weirdest shit. And the one thing I love about vinyl is that they just recorded everything. Like people have just made vinyls of literally everything. Right. I actually got this really cool record. It's a old school. It's a DeBerg High School choir recording. Yeah.
What?
It's wild.
How'd you get your hands on that?
Just Record Exchange, man. Record Exchange is the best place in the world.
That's true.
I can't stand that place.
Really?
Too much for you?
I think it's because I have ADD.
Oh, I love it. Like, see, I love that. It's like dirty. It's dusty. There's shit everywhere.
No, I feel like I should like it, and I walk in and every time. No, because it's so funny because I'm always like, I want to go there, and every time I walk in, I'm like, why did I come here? Every single time, wait a week, and I'm like, I want to go back to Record Exchange, look at records, and I walk in, I'm like, I can't find anything. I hate this place.
It's just there's too much.
I've been there 4,000 times, and I'm not joking. Every time I go there, I find a new section of like just categorization that I didn't know.
We should make a video of us one day just going to like different record stores and just scoping out like what they have on vinyl and stuff, and then end it with Record Exchange and just us being like, this place sucks.
V-Stock doesn't have shit there. Although I did come across an old
V-Stock.
George. They have records there.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like the section's like as big as this bar.
Oh yeah, I know. But I found a George who's the comedian?
George Carlin.
I found an old vinyl of like one of his like earlier ones, and I was like, I almost bought it. 'Cause I was like, this is. I've never listened to like stand up on vinyl, and that's what they used to like do. And I was like, this is probably pretty.
If you're looking for like mainstream, like very popular albums, go to V-Stock because they'll have them there because they'll just make new ones and they'll just put them out.
Yeah.
But if you want like old school, like if you're looking for old vinyl, obviously Record Exchange is the place to go. I love Euclid Records, like. That's my favorite.
Is that down in the Loop, or where's that at?
Euclid Records. It's in
like Central Ascent, isn't it?
No, it's Webster Groves.
Webster.
Yeah. But they have like you walk in and it's all these records, and you're like, oh, it's not really that much. Then you go upstairs, and then it turns into Record Exchange basically. And it's just albums on albums on albums upstairs. Like I just love the setup of that place. I'm like, it's my style for sure.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
Well, I guess we'll finish this off. My 5th song.
That's what she said.
Is by Genesis. Shout out
Genesis.
Shout out Phil Collins. Little song called Invisible Touch.
Tarzan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Little throwback. I like it.
A little throwback to Genesis.
Yeah, man.
I like Genesis a little bit. I like Phil Collins. Yeah.
Sega.
Little Invisible Touch, man. It's just a solid Phil Collins song.
It is.
Yeah, Phil's the man.
He is. Take Me Home is one of his favorite songs. Mainly because he did a remix with Bone Thugs and Harmony. I used to love Bone Thugs, dude. Don't know why.
Me too. No, me too.
Like The Crossroads was like one of the first songs I memorized, and it was so hard because they're so fast.
Yeah, I used to really love Crazy Bone. I used to really love Crazy Bone.
Shout out Crazy Bone.
Yeah, man. I love Crazy Bone.
Oh my god. I think they're coming to St. Louis soon, or they might have just came. That's what she said.
Bone Thugs?
Yeah.
Dude, they come here a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, they're still touring, man.
Yeah, dude, they're still just doing their thing,
Every
man.
time I see it, they're coming, I'm like, they're still around? Like, I thought they broke up. Like,
no, man.
But, you really want to confuse Katie? Bring up Phil Collins and Sting. And then...
Oh, God.
And then differentiate the two. And then if you really want to confuse her, bring up Genesis and the Police.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, should she get confused just strictly by the music or by the...
Both. By both of them. Like, by Phil Collins and Sting's voice. Like, she's like, that's Phil Collins. I'm like, no, it's not. It's like, Sting was in Tarzan. Like, no, he was not.
I can say that. If you ever watch them perform, they both, like, perform the same because they just stand still.
Yeah, they don't do anything.
They don't move. They just stand still, and you just listen to them, which is crazy because they would sell out stadiums, and they didn't do anything but just sing good music.
But didn't Sting at least play the guitar? Did Phil play any instruments while he...
I don't think he does.
Yeah, I don't...
He might have
Sting
with
at least plays a guitar, right?
Sting plays guitar.
Okay,
yeah.
He might have with Genesis.
Yeah, I can't...
When he was more in a band.
The best side comment on Sting, the best like fake meme I've ever seen.
Stinger Splash?
Well, it has to do with the wrestler, but in St. Louis, like a few years ago, Sting finally debuted. The wrestler Sting finally debuted for WWE, and it was like a huge thing, and it was happening in St. Louis. Somebody made a meme like he arrives, and it's just Singer Sting on like the Survivor Series poster,
Not the wrestler?
It's like, it's so simple, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, God. Yeah, shout out Genesis.
Yeah, man.
Phil Collins.
Police.
Phil Collins and Friends, Genesis.
Sega Genesis. My fifth and final song this week, going to the 80s, Take On Me by A-ha.
I'm surprised you didn't save that for our 80s episodes.
Away. Well, I realized that I didn't put those, like, those. Oh, I sound like that. I didn't put all of our picks onto the Offended Presents Songs of the Week mix. So this way, whatever I picked from the 90s, I can actually just pick again for Songs of the Week and put it into the playlist.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So I didn't even think about that. So I'm like, I can just pick these songs, and then nobody knows what order they're going to be in if we do those top 20 songs of the 80s.
Very true.
Yeah, so Take On Me. I'm going to put both versions, because there's an unplugged version from their MTV performance. It is fucking amazing, dude. It's actually in the second Deadpool movie, and it's like fucking phenomenal.
It fucking is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It fucking is.
It's like really slow, and it's like, damn, you never really realize like how depressing this song like really is, like how sad this song like really is.
Yeah, if you want to know how depressing Nirvana really is, listen to their MTV Unplugged. It's phenomenal.
Right.
It's a phenomenal session, but then you're like, oh, wow, yeah, Kurt's really sad.
Dude, did you ever see the British performance of Nirvana where they told them, like, the music's going to be pre-recorded, and they were like, no, we don't want to do that. And so they came out, and he's playing the guitar like this, just straight, like straight hands, and he's singing like, I won't walk.
It's like an asshole.
Yeah, he's not singing the words.
Yeah.
He's just doing that.
God. He didn't. He legit was like a legit guy. Like, fuck the industry. Fuck all these people. No, I play music and I sing my music.
Right.
I'm not a fucking puppet. It's crazy. More people should be like that, though.
Yeah,
for real.
That's cool, man.
I don't hate it.
What's your fifth?
Dukes, finish us off, bud.
All right, I got one for you, Stoutsy. You'll like this crew right here, man. I think you should give them a look, man, because I think they'll fit right up in your alley. This is a group from Detroit, I believe. I think it's 4 dudes. They're called the Clear Soul Forces.
D12?
Not D12. And man, they are. This is like a. I guess you could classify them as boom bap. I don't know if I would necessarily put them in boom bap, but they are 100% just all about lyrics. It's like a really old school vibe to them.
Like, they probably stick to like the boom bap roots a little bit, but they're not straight boom bap.
Yeah, it's definitely like old school snare and kick. You know, nothing crazy, not a lot of bass, not any 808s at all, really. But the thing is I like this group because it's a lot of guys, but they're so focused on actually rapping that the formation of their song isn't great. So these are the kind of crew that I like, where the actual hook or chorus of a song, it might only be like 4 words. Like, for example, this song that I picked is called Let's Kick It, and the hook is, let's kick it, let's kick it. They just say it like 4 times because they got 4 verses, and it's just one guy, like, it'd be like me rapping, and then you jumping in. They almost do this thing where they split verses.
It's almost like Tribe. Like the song "Can I Kick It?" Literally, the whole hook is "Can I Kick It?" Yes, you can.
And that's basically
and then those two go back and forth.
Right, and so these 4 guys will just basically break up their verses. Sometimes even 3 guys. They'll just kind of go in. It's almost like there's the formation of it isn't great, but I just love the whole vibe of it, man.
What are they called?
Clear Soul Forces. And they got some really, really cool stuff, man. So everybody out there, check them out. They're good.
I think who probably perfected like rapping like that, where like it's split up, is the Beastie Boys. Like it flows so good. Although like
they just jump in on each other. That's a good point. So that's basically what.
And it's hard to do.
Yeah,
like, that's not.
Well, and especially with them because these 4 guys, but they're all very distinct in not only their pronunciations, but the way, the flow, everything. But they kind of have their own. You know, you have a group, and it's like, oh, that's that guy. You know. But when they're going up against each other, sometimes they kind of mesh together. But these guys stand out. But they still do, like you said, that's a good point. They do a really good job of still, when they're combining or jumping in on each other, that it's smooth transition.
I feel like Wu-Tang was kind of like that, like in
Wu-Tang's
a way,
like
too.
that.
Like there's a song from the Space Jam soundtrack with Method Man, Redman, Busta Rhymes, the Monstars song, Hit 'Em High. Where they jump on each other, and it's like that song is fucking
Have you ever
awesome.
come across like random videos of them, like their old like concerts where it was like an auditorium? And there's like 90 of them on stage, and the crowd's just going nuts, but like nothing crazy, like nothing bad's happening, like violent wise, but there's like 90 people on stage just having a blast. I'm like, that just looks like so much fun.
It had to be.
I guess like to really pick, it's like nobody has their phones out.
Right.
Which is like, you know, it is what it is nowadays. But like back, it's literally just people just like going nuts. 90 of them on stage, like still hitting their raps. It's
that's
crazy.
the thing too. Yeah, it had to be great because Wu-Tang already was a huge group. You know, technically all of Wu-Tang was like, if you classify, it's like 8 people. You know, and then on top of that, they're always going to bring a couple of their buddies or people or whoever it is. You know, and then next thing you know, like you said, now you got 20 people on stage. It's like, what is going on? Everyone's just having a good time.
It's
man.
just a party.
That's cool.
I wish rap would kind of go back like to the 90s style, and like hip hop would be like more like 90s, because I feel like a lot of hip hop that comes out now, well, at least mainstream hip hop, is like very, it all kind of sounds the same, like in a way. It's mumble rap, and it's like,
well, it's like Gucci Mane has been on songs, and he like kind of went into like the mumble rap stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like, just give me old Gucci.
Right.
So it's definitely out there. You got to look, but I promise you, check out Clear Soul Forces. They will stick out to exactly what you just said. I promise.
Perfect. Check them out. Not Soul Forces.
Yep.
Yes, said it right. All right. And that was your songs of the week. Make sure to go check out our playlist exclusively on Spotify, not Apple Music, but Spotify. At Offended Presents Songs.
Oops.
You're good. But at Offended Presents Songs of the Week, go check that out. All right. Jim.
What's up?
Hotbox Hockey. Ever heard of him?
No. Tell me more.
You should. We just played in their sauce toss.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, and Pilcher was on the show last week. You know, he works for them. He's kind of his baby.
Sorry, I have no memory.
Anyway, Hotbox Hockey. PuffPuckPass.com. Hotbox Hockey, found in Orange County, California, but based in St. Louis, Missouri. Hotbox Hockey is a lifestyle hockey brand infusing hockey and cannabis culture. They are the plug for hockey apparel, delivering threads to pylons, beauties, and rockets alike. They draw inspiration from degenerates, booze hounds, burnouts, skids, home dressers, and other various benders while mixing some coastal vibes. So remember to stretch before and after you play, and as the old adage goes, puff, puck, pass. Hotbox Hockey. Check them out, hotboxhockey.com. Puffpuckpass.com. Say that 3 times fast.
Puff, puff, pass, puff, puff.
I can't do it.
That was an amazing read.
Thank you. Hotbox Hockey. Check them out. All right. Fucking episode. So apparently you have some questions for us, Duggan.
Yeah, just a couple, man.
Jeez.
Yes, Stoutsy
I
is
wasn't
gay.
prepared for this.
One for
I support you.
One for each of you, I guess. Stoutsy, Todd we were talking. You know, obviously we talked about this past weekend, and I just got a serious question.
Yeah.
Is it true that you have watched Stranger Things 4 times?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question.
Wait, what do you mean, like all 3 seasons, or just?
Well, I mean, where are you at?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched all 3 seasons at least 4 times.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so here's my question: I mean, number one, that's amazing. Number 2, do you do that with other stuff too, like that you like so much that you just re-listen
I have a
or
very
rewatch
addictive personality,
but over and over and over again?
Yep,
it doesn't bore you or bother you, or even though you know what's coming.
Yeah. With Stranger Things, it's different for me. This is probably the first show that I've been like legitimately hooked on because every time I've watched it through,
like my pants.
Those are lame, bro.
Demogorgon shorts.
Quick side story. So he found
my Demogorgon.
He found
like my Demogorgon.
Yeah, you got those from Forever 21. You twink. There's a Stranger Things shirt, and this is when I might have like just gotten like a little bit better, so I was able
That's
to
why we
leave
need
the
a
house.
camera.
And there was a Stranger Things shirt that he found. He like sent it to me. It's like, oh fuck, look at this shirt. And I was like, damn, that's sick. He's like, yeah, but they don't have my size. I was like, oh, that sucks. What size do they have? Well, they had my size.
Give me
so
one
it was
of
like
those.
one of the first days I could get out. I haven't been able to like rib on anybody or just like do anything and like just to just piss someone off. So I call Bowman. I'm like, hey, we got to go to the store, man. I got to get this shirt before Todd does. So I pick it up and I get it. Like I just did it out of spite. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm gonna get him. So I sent it to him and he goes, yeah, bro, I already got one ordered at another store. Like I ordered that. I was like, fuck, damn it. But now the running gag is that I got it first. So
Well, you're missing the second part of the story. We went to the movies.
oh, we went to the movies and we both wore the same shirt.
Wow, just the same thing.
I walked out in the car and legit, I looked in the car. I'm like, he's not wearing it. It's fine. I get like in the car. I'm like, oh fuck, you are wearing it. So we're at the movies, just look like a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yep, a couple of nerds.
There's these two girls behind us. They're like, we love your shirts, guys. Like,
thanks.
Like, thanks. Yeah. Like, where'd you get it? H&M. Like, cool, weren't expecting that. I'm like, this might work.
This
like,
might
you
get. Yeah,
wanted
this
some
might
girls.
work. Yeah.
That's funny, man.
But to answer your question, like with Stranger Things, though, every time I've watched it through, I come up with new theories. So that's why I
that's what I was gonna ask you
watch
about.
it looking for different little like clues of how I can like fit into a new conspiracy theory in my mind.
A conspiracy on how it's going to end?
Yeah, and how it's going to end, or like what's coming up next season, what's the bad guy, or like why did this happen? Have you ever watched it?
So that's what my question was because I watched season 1 and 2.
All right.
But for whatever reason, just I have no urge at all for 3. Haven't seen 1 second of it, and I honestly I don't know why. Because I did enjoy 1 and 2, but it's not on my list at all. But and then I talked to Todd, and he said, "Oh, well, Jim's watched it 4 times." I'm like, I don't know if everybody loves Stranger Things. I was like, I don't know what
an animal.
I just wanted to know. I was like, well, what is it about it that he likes so much
good.
that is 4 times? It is good.
The 3rd season is my favorite season.
Like, have you ever watched Todd? Have you ever watched anything? Not even a whole show, even a movie, like 4 times within a decent. I mean, I just
within like
maybe
a small
for me,
period of time.
I listen to the same music, but as far as viewing things, I can't. Even movies, like I don't watch. I can't watch the same thing. I can't watch something that I know is going to happen.
Movies, yes. There's a lot of movies, especially like when I was younger. I saw The Matrix Reloaded in theaters, I think 10 times.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
that's like 3.5 hours every time.
Yeah, and that's well, I saw it with like different family members too,
Okay,
so we never all just like were smart enough to just go together. And I'm like, I'll go see it with you.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people do that nowadays for all the superhero movies, right? That's like a common thing,
right? And I saw. So when I saw it when I was younger too, it came out in 2003, so I was only 12 years old when that came out, and I can't go see it by myself.
Sure.
Number 1, I can't drive. Number 2, I can't buy an R-rated ticket, so I need an adult to go with me. But the best is when my mom took me to see Finding Nemo when I was like a kid, and they're like, he needs his mother to go with him. She's like, I am his fucking mother.
You know, now that you say that, though, I feel like I sound like an asshole because I definitely have like a set of movies that are my go-tos that I've seen 10,000 times. You know,
yeah,
so
but
maybe that's not necessarily true.
I think what you're asking is, I don't think you're talking
these
asshole.
Are like shows, though.
I think
like,
what you're asking
about
because
the
this
amount
just
of seasons and the fucking number of hours that you spent. Like I'm watching Breaking Bad for the second time. I forget how.
I just
good
started
that. Is.
I just started for the first time.
For the first time?
Yeah.
Hey,
oh my god, so good.
I was like 6 years behind on Breaking Bad.
Well, I tried. Originally,
I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, I tried.
Actually.
I made it to like episode 3 a long time ago and was like, fuck this, I'm out. And then now I'm on I just started season 2.
So good.
I don't know, man.
Keep it going. You have to keep going.
I was telling somebody this the other day. They asked me, how is it? And I said, the show is okay, but really what I'm in it, honestly, for It's because Bryan Cranston is just such a fucking boss, man. He is just so good.
Dude, keep going, though, because this is one of those shows
what's
that
his name annoys the shit out of me.
Jesse?
Yeah.
You'll end up liking
Okay.
him. He's still annoying right now.
But it's funny that you say that, though, because last year, my show that I was super late on that everybody had me get on was Lost, right? So I spent all this time and I watched Lost, and I know people like Helly and all these guys, they've watched it 3-4 times. They're obsessed with it. I don't think I could. I don't know if I could watch it again. I might be able to, but that's a lot of investment.
Friends might be one that I've watched over and over. I have watched Friends at least, like, all the way through, like, several times. Like,
I've never watched Lost, but so with Breaking Bad, that's how I am with Breaking Bad. I've, like,
and The Office.
been like, I want to start I've watched The Office a lot. Since I was sick the last, like, 6 months, I literally couldn't do anything but watch TV. I was able to binge the first 7 seasons of Thrones because I never watched it before.
Damn, that's nice.
And then
dude, the way how fast he watched Game of Thrones, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You caught up with us?
That's crazy.
It was crazy. But like with Breaking Bad, I watched it over a winter break in college within a week.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could go back to it and rewatch it because it's like you said, it's almost like how many episodes are in a season? Like,
well, I don't know. The first one was only like 8 or 9. Yeah. It wasn't a lot.
But how many episodes? How many seasons?
10,
is it?
There's 5.
Yeah,
5. That's
long.
I don't know.
It's not long. Like,
no, that's a lot for me.
That's why Lost killed me, dude. 25 episodes a season.
Jesus.
25 a season?
No bueno.
Fuck that.
I think one of them's like 18. That's the lowest.
That's like That's like some Walking Dead shit. Right?
Oh my god!
Like,
it no joke. It took me 7 months to watch it.
Oh no!
But that's also not every day. But that's what I wanted to ask you though, Jim, is because like out of the 6 months, I feel like you're a rewatcher on a lot of things. But like for me, I think that if I was, somewhere and just kind of chilling for 6 months, like I feel like I would always just want to watch something new. But I don't know.
Right.
Do you find yourself wanting new things,
That's
or is it just like one new thing and then you go back to Stranger Things and then new thing, go back, or like what?
Yeah, well, like I said, I have a very addictive personality. So once I'm on something, like right now, like I always randomly get on like a stand-up comedy hook, and I'll literally just every night throw on stand-up comedy. I don't know why. It's just what I do. But when I was able to do Thrones within like a few weeks, catch up, and then I was able to watch like all the Marvel phases because I never had watched them.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I would do that.
That was a good one because I was able to like split that up into like nights, or like every once in a while I'd take like a break. Like one night if I was really tired, like I'm not going to stay up for this. So having a lot more time makes it like right now I'm not back to work yet because I'm not 100% like healthy. So I've had time to rewatch Stranger Things, but this is the first show, like I said, that like I'm able to go back and like I just think so much while I'm watching it. Like I know what's going to happen, but the fact that I'm focused on looking for something new or a clue keeps me intrigued.
Yeah, that's good.
Each episode.
That's good.
I have 3 things real quick.
Go for it, bro.
Well, number 1, the shirt that we both have from Stranger Things looks exactly like my shorts.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, that's cool.
If I was wearing the shirt, and
He's got the same outfit. Yeah, but
You should do that. You should tuck it in next time you wear it out. That'd be the funniest fucking thing.
That would be cool.
But secondly, on the Marvel phase, I think in a couple months they're putting out like a box set of all the movies together.
Yeah, that would have been convenient for me.
with Endgame in it, and I want it so bad.
Yeah.
And I think like it's okay. I'm like, this is a Christmas or birthday present for me right there. That's what I want because I collect movies and stuff. So I'm like,
Sure.
that I have like I don't really have any of the Marvel movies. I think the only ones I have are Spider-Man because I'm obsessed with Spider-Man.
Yeah. So do you go and see them, or you rent them on Amazon or some shit, or maybe they're on Netflix?
Fucking like 2 movies I want to watch aren't even on Netflix or like Hulu or anything. Like, of course, the only 2 movies I want to watch, which are like the Captain America movies, I haven't watched them. They're not even fucking on it.
Yeah, people always rip on me because I've seen like 4 out of all the 20. I've really I was slacking on those.
I was caught up for a little bit and I just fell off.
I wasn't. I watched like I'd seen like a couple Iron Mans. I think a Thor. And it's not like I didn't like ever not like them. I just never like went to movies or had the time. And then like I had
Endgame though. That's the one that I was like, I will go see that movie 100 times. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I think I saw Endgame 3 times in theaters. I think 3.
Yeah, probably saw it once with me.
Yeah, I did see it 3 times. I saw it once with you. Saw it with my little brother and my mom, and then I saw it with Katie. Because like I saw it with my little brother and my mom. And I was like, Katie, you have to see Endgame. Like, I can't talk to anybody about it right now. Jim hasn't seen it. I can't say anything. Like, we're going to see it tomorrow. Like, we're going to see it. I could literally saw it within 2 days.
I had to avoid spoilers for like 2 months until I could get out of the house.
It's
but of
insane.
course, like, I saw the spoiler.
Yeah,
where,
you had
the worst spoiler.
It's
of them all,
impossible.
It was just like you're just scrolling through and you see something. You're just like, okay, well that's.
Well, now they spoil it on the commercial even for it now, which is like people probably were waiting for DVD. Like, why would you put that in the preview for the DVD?
But
like, stupid.
The next show that I'll probably end up watching through again is Ozarks. I've watched that twice. There's only 2 seasons though. I've watched it. I like it, dude, because I'm huge on like.
Is that a rewatchable though? I feel like
I
that's
can't-
not something that would provoke new theories or ideas.
No,
of
but
where it goes.
I love cartel shit so
Okay.
much. Like, there's a new show I just saw. I found on Netflix called Dope, and it's legit about like the Somali and whatever it is.
Have you seen the
cartel, and
movie
I'm
Dope?
Like, oh shit, yeah, I have. Yeah,
It's a great movie.
It's good. But like drug cartel shit, that is like that lifestyle just intrigues me so much. So I can watch Ozarks over again.
Okay.
I did have another question for you.
Okay.
Do you rewatch wrestling matches? Because I do.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the weird thing for me. I'll rewatch the shit out of basketball games. I grew up on hardwood classics, luckily, so I watched all kinds of reruns. But I'm weird about TV, and I don't know why. It's thinking about it's like I watch the same movies all the time, and I watch basketball games and sports events all the time. But something about TV shows, and I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's drawn out so much that I just know, but I'm not sure. It's actually a good point now that I think about it. I'm not sure. It doesn't really make sense.
So, in my one question I had for you is where are you at on Breaking Bad in season 2? Are you at the very beginning of season 2?
Okay, yeah. So I am right where.
Spoilers, people.
Yeah, I guess this is super long ago.
10 years late.
Walt and Jesse just got kidnapped by the crazy.
Like Tuco?
Yeah, and he's trying to literally kidnap them to Mexico to cook for them.
You are in like the part where Jesse's still annoying. So
I was watching it with my girlfriend Kaylin, and I just
yo, bitch.
He yell. Everything is yelling. He doesn't talk. He literally every word is yelling.
So
Why are you yelling?
Even when he left a fucking voicemail on the phone, I'm like, he's just yelling. I was just like, I wonder if they told him to do that, or if he was just. I guess he's supposed to be kind of like
the
methed
end
out.
of this season, and then season 3 is where you fucking love Jesse.
Okay.
So
I hope I make it that long. I really hope I don't drop out because I gotta be honest with you.
Stick with it.
I was given a lineup of classic shows, and I started The Sopranos, and I legitimately made it 3 episodes in, just like the first time of Breaking Bad, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't. So I dropped that, and I had to decide, do I want to do The Wire, or do I want to go Breaking Bad? And I chose, I'm like, fuck it, you know what? It's been a year plus since Breaking Bad. I'll give it a shot. I've made it further than I did before, so I guess that's a plus, but I'm afraid that I'm going to drop off.
Stick with it, because this is where you're at the point where crazy shit just continues to happen.
Okay. All right. I'll stick it out for you guys.
Do that, and then definitely watch season 3 Stranger Things. I've had a few people tell me like after season 2 they were kind of like, and season 2 to me is the worst season. It's still good.
We just had this talk last week.
Yeah,
with Pilcher.
it's still good, but it wasn't as good as season 1. But season 3, like you'll definitely like.
So is season 3's number 2 on your list out of like
season 3 is my
3?
number 1.
It's my number
It goes
1.
3,
Oh, really?
3, 1, 2.
That's how mine goes.
Interesting.
And
okay.
only season 2 because of the one episode that's focused mainly on 11. I don't really care for that
It's
episode.
slow.
I actually just skipped it the other night because I was like, I don't.
It's very slow.
There is an important build to it, which I think is going to happen, which is going to come into play later in season 4. I think.
Interesting. Okay.
Definitely give it a shot. If you have if you're sitting around with your girl and like if you guys if you just have a day where like you're not doing anything, just flip.
Yeah,
it
I'm sure
on
it'll
and-
happen. But that's interesting that you guys both agree on that order because that kind of moves it up a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
a lot of people do. A lot of people are like 3-1-2 or 1-3-2.
Fun fact with him, so season 3 came out on the 4th of July this year. I woke up the morning of the 4th of July, and Katie and I were like, we're not doing anything, so we're going to go out of town this weekend, so we're just going to stay and watch Stranger Things. He messaged me at 11 a.m. He goes, I finished it. Watch it now. I need to talk to somebody about it. You stayed up all night and watched the whole third season.
Thought it was supposed to... I thought it was like midnight our time, but it was 2 a.m. I took like a pre-nap and everything, so I had the energy to like be up, and I was like, fuck. I think I was up from like 2 till about...
I finished it the whole day, in the first day.
I was up...
Damn.
The flow is so good.
Yeah.
I was up till like 7. I watched like 5 episodes, I think 5 or 6, and I was like starting to like fall asleep. And, like slept for like 2 hours, woke up and knocked the rest out. Because I texted him, I was like, dude, Stranger Things. He's like, did you finish it already? I was like, Yeah, bro.
It's amazing that you guys, it's
good.
got to be good for people to be that into it. Anything, you know.
I feel like such a nerd, like, cause I'm just obsessed with it. Like, I just love it. And I feel like a nerd loving a kid show, but it's like I guess it's like a sense of relief.
Would you classify that as a kids show, though? No, I don't think it is.
But I think it's like
No.
it's more of an adult show, but like
it's for
young teenagers and shit should watch it. Maybe even, I mean, kids could
Actually,
watch
I don't
it.
say it's for. I don't even think it's for teenagers. I think it's an adult TV show. They mix the. If you ever seen the Goonies, it's like the Goonies mixed with the horror.
Damn, do I love the Goonies?
But I think it still would be a good show for kids that are like 8, 9, 10 years old to watch, because they'd see all these references to like these crazy things. They'd be like, "What's this stuff? What's this music? What's this?
Yeah.
What's that? A walkie-talkie? What the fuck is that?"
Which we downloaded a walkie-talkie app.
Yeah, I
that's
still think we
pretty
should just
sweet.
get real walkie-talkies.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool, too.
Well, they work just like a real walkie-talkie, but of course, the one channel that has people on it is 6969. So
Yeah, I just like it so much because it's like a nostalgia thing. And though like I'm not from the '80s, but I feel like they do a good job of like everything, the fucking clothes they wear, the way they talk, the bikes, like it's just cool to see. Like, damn,
For
that
sure.
it looks like fun. Like, I want to.
it looks like it does.
I think
That's
now being
totally
like
true.
older, I'm like, dude, I wish I could just call 4 of my friends right now, hop on our bikes, go through the woods, and come across some crazy shit. Not like a Demogorgon, but like, oh fuck, look at this fucked up tree, and then you just start fucking around. You're in a creek the next
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we just tell Katie, "Hey, Katie, we're getting bikes."
yeah, dude, I've been wanting to like ride a bike. For, like, I see kids in my neighborhood riding bikes. I'm like, damn, they're just having a blast.
Yeah, I remember, man. We used to ride all of this.
All the time.
But you want to talk, Todd? You want to talk about movies I've seen 10,000 times? Goonies is for sure. And that I've seen
Goonies.
10
Goonies is a great
billion.
movie.
Happy Gilmore is probably my most watched movie.
You know what I always thought about that? It'd be interesting whenever technology gets to that point. The one thing, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever the music thing is, I like every once in a while. You know, I'll go a few months and then I'll just look at my top 25 played.
Right.
I've always wondered if there was some kind of calculation where my eyes and brain could calculate, where I could look at what the actual 25 most movies I've watched. How many times? Yeah, I'd be very interested to see that list.
Shit, for me, fucking Wayne's World, The Lion King. there's certain Miracle, The Hangover, and maybe Space Jam are probably the movies I've watched the most in my life. Especially Wayne's World, because when I was a little kid, that was my favorite movie. When I was like 3 years old.
That's a nice pick. You got a list off the top of your head, do you think?
Happy Gilmore, because one time I was sick in high school for 2 days, and it was a VCR in my room, and I literally just kept rewatching it for 2 days because I was so sick, and I literally had memorized the whole thing in 2 days.
I got to throw in The Matrix, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That, Sandlot, D2, and
Ducks. Oh, that's not canceled, bitch. Oh, yeah, this is why we brought you on. We got that team.
I knew it was only a matter of time before it came up.
Miracle, Gilmore, Sandlot, D2, and Goodfellas.
Oh, and you bring up
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. That's solid.
yeah.
Cool.
But I just remember what I was going to say. The Breaking Bad thing. Rewatching it. You said you probably wouldn't be able to rewatch it. I have like put off watching Breaking Bad with Katie for so long. She's never seen it. I'm just like, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Started watching it again. And
Did you get sucked in?
Oh, I got sucked in immediately. So I'm like, I know what happens now. And now I'm like, I want to see her reaction to it because I just know how crazy it gets. Because it starts, I forgot how slow it starts off. And I think my first run through, there was a few episodes where I'm like, all right, does it really get this good? And it was midway through, probably the end of season 2, where I'm like, holy shit, I'm in the long run now. And then, so Katie's just like, does it really get crazy? I'm like, oh, you have no fucking idea. And there's one episode that we watched, the next episode that you're going to watch.
Cool.
She's like, oh my god. I go, just fucking wait. You have no fucking idea.
Yeah. I haven't watched it so long that I've forgotten so much about it that I could rewatch it and enjoy it, but I do remember there were some episodes that had some like cringe moments. Nothing with like gore or anything, but it was just like
It's
cringe acting maybe or something where like it just like it bothers.
Sure.
I'm like, I don't want to live through that. I'm like,
it's in the first 2 seasons where it makes you feel,
I think it's his wife. His
it
wife
is.
like makes me
Oh,
cringe,
right.
and I'm like,
Dude.
I feel almost like embarrassed. I'm just like, this is too weird. This is too weird. I can't watch this.
So I thought that too.
I agree.
But the second time watching it, you're like, oh fuck, they did this on purpose. Like, you're supposed to feel really bad for Walt. Like, I never caught on to that the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
Second time watching it, you're like, Oh,
Makes
damn!
sense.
He did this on They made it. They made the acting and dialogue like this on purpose. Like that's phenomenal. Like now I love it more. Like watching it the second time.
Yeah, it's like I already know there's gonna be cringe moments where I'm just gonna be like, I just don't want to be in this situation. I get like that with a lot of like shows or movies and stuff. I'll like either skip through it or
Me
something.
too.
So I'm
No, I
just
do
like,
that too.
it's too much. I'm just like, nope, this is awkward.
I
With
definitely
Walt
get
Jr.
that. I get that. So this kind of carries over to all of this that we're talking about. My second question, if you guys, real quick, want to get into
bro, load it up.
this thing as we're speaking today is happening. ESPN the Ocho.
Oh fuck! That is happening today.
Now my question for you guys is, I love the Ocho. Darts. That was the thing I was saying it could fit in that. I just got sent a list of some of the things because I didn't get a chance to watch any today. But I'm going to obviously check it out. I'm sure a lot of it's going to be on the ESPN app, so I'll check all that stuff out. But
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, fuck, I forgot that I paid for that shit.
It's only $5.
I know.
just to give you guys a quick list that I got sent today of what was on here: dodgeball, cornhole, slippery stairs, world sign spinning
Wait,
championships,
Slippery Stairs is on it?
Yes.
Oh, I'd watch that.
stupid robot fighting, marble runs, Golden Tee championships. Yeah, the video game Golden Tee.
Oh, Kate Berry will be all over that shit.
U.S. pizza. I saw pizza box folding speed. Winter acrobatic trials. Dodge juggle, which is really interesting. Stone skipping, spike ball. All these things. They sound amazing. I would watch it all the time. But here's my question to you guys. ESPN does this thing where they make it like a thing, like a day. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering, after all these things we talked about, the Netflix shows and the movies, do you think they're trying to do like a, like a Netflix, they put a whole season out like Stranger Things, it's all out there one day. It's not split out, week by week. I guess question one is, do you think ESPN's trying to piggyback off of that in the sports world? And number two, like, why isn't this, is this something that if this was just a small section in their app, not in the main, TV, like, would you guys entertain that, watch that? Do you think it's something where it's only one day because people wouldn't actually watch it, or do you think it's something where they're just trying to get? I just can't imagine that if they were going for like the viewership of like a boom, it's out there, but I feel like that should be like a once a month thing if they're doing that, but it's literally like once a year, maybe twice. And I can't figure out the formula, but like I don't understand why they don't do it all the time.
I think it should be. I like the idea of once a month because I would watch it. I would make sure that
like a pay-per-view for like us, it'd be like a wrestling pay-per-view for us,
right?
But the Ocho.
That's why it's so special every time it comes around because it's once a year.
And that's the thing is like, but what if they just had it as
like an actual channel,
like a section on their app? It's just a like nobody goes to or whatever, but it's just there.
Is it on their app?
I don't know. I'm like, in their app you can get the live broadcast and stuff, so you can watch it. Like, so I think it'll be there. I'm not sure about that, by the way. But I just don't know. I'm trying to figure it out because I want to watch that shit all the time.
I would watch it.
Yeah, I want to watch it all the time. And I get that if you're going for
bring back MXC.
Oh my god, I
Bring
love
back
that show.
They need to put Slam Ball on the Ocho.
Yeah, they should. That should be a
bring back
thing.
Slam
How is that not on the Ocho?
great
Now
question.
that I'm thinking about that,
That shit was.
Well, here's the other thing: is that you start thinking about all these crazy games that you can expand to, and all these things.
Roller
It'd be a good
hockey?
time. And it's not like ESPN can't. I know they're not doing the best that they've done in the history of ESPN, but it's not like they can't afford to broadcast a spike ball tournament.
Right.
I mean, come on. So
fuck it, put the X Games on it.
well, let's do everything. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Why can't we just have this app, this section of the app, where it's all this crazy shit and extreme sports?
Yeah,
Like, because every once in a while I'll turn on the app and they'll have some crazy shit like rally car racing.
like who gives a
I
fuck
get that
about
might be a big
it?
market like in Europe or something, but
Here we don't.
There's no way that
Here we
people
play
are-
yard games.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
And
like,
we love them.
give me some professional washers or something.
That's
you know?
actually a really good point about like rally car and stuff. Like it's not like it's NASCAR. Now, I know NASCAR's big, but it's kind of like it's a once a month thing. They don't do NASCAR a lot. Like
No. Or you'll flip it on, there'll just randomly be a race, whether it's like a
Right.
Indy car or something.
but like the big race, but like nobody really watches NASCAR until like the big races that are on. It's on local TV anyways because it's so big.
Right.
But
Well, and the other thing too is that you guys. The other thing that fascinates me is these weird things, these one-off things. They are being broadcasted. I know, like I jailbroke my Fire Stick, and I've done in college. I did a bunch of weird shit, like on my Xbox and stuff, where I was going to the sports app and they were showing the most ridiculous, crazy one-off things like this, like professional darts or professional. There was this crazy like Dutch game where you roll this like cheese wheel in this like curved alley. It's this really weird thing. I love all these crazy games, and. But they're all televised because in some way, in some country. So you're telling me ESPN could come up with some kind of contract where they just hack into that stream for a certain amount of money for a couple days? I just don't. I don't understand why it's just like today's the Ocho day, and then boom, that's it.
Yeah, I think it should be monthly.
Why is it on the 7th of August and not on the 8th of August?
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, here's another thing. Another question.
Totally confused by that.
Yeah, that's also a good one.
Maybe that's the rib.
The other thing is, I mean, tell me if they came off with a legitimate branch called the Ocho in their app. You're telling me that wouldn't get them some traffic? I feel like it would have to.
I feel like it totally would.
And the other question is
I would watch it.
Here's this other thing that happened is they started doing this a couple years ago, and then all of a sudden, I think they realized, actually a lot of people kind of watch this cornhole thing. And now on the weekends they have cornhole tournaments. So it's actually become a part of their, I think, here's a conspiracy theory right here, ready? I think they're using this one day as like a tester to see where they could branch out, as like they did with cornhole. Like, people actually really like juggling dodgeball, which I don't know if you guys have seen that before, but it's super weird. It's a real game. And, man, we should start broadcasting that. But if you think of that theory, then wouldn't you want to play it more than just once a year to get those stats? I'm just confused.
If Slippery Steps is what I think it is, I've seen clips of it on YouTube, and I watched, I was on YouTube for an hour watching it. I'm I would legit watch a TV show if it was a competition every week of people just trying to climb steps that's so slippery that they can't get up and they slide down. And once people make it pretty close to the top, they could slide all the way back down and knock the people back down with them.
Yeah.
It's so entertaining. You fucking morons. I'd watch this every day.
I think it should, once a month be perfect. If you think about, our demographic, our age, and maybe even a little bit younger, huh?
Demogorgon.
Our Demogorgon graphic. If we knew, once a month there was going to be, on the Ocho, some type where they were going to show, a spike ball event and then, all the other shit, we'd probably be hey, do you want to come over on Saturday and watch this shit?
So I literally
once a month?
It's
like I said, it's like a wrestling pay-per-view for us. We're
totally
hey, do you want to come over and watch
that stuff today, too. God damn it.
And that's what my buddy who was just texting me that list, Foshi, he said, I'm going to record this stuff. I don't have anything to record it on, but we're actually texting right now to set up maybe next week and we'll go over and drink some beers and watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he recorded all. I would for sure be
so much fun.
Yeah, just random shit.
Because we're at the age kind of where it's all right,
you
either go to the bar.
Are you guys going to podcast it?
I don't know. That's a good idea, though. We probably should do that. In some way.
I'll join.
Okay, I'll text him. I'll text him and see what's going on. That's
whatever I'm doing next week. I'm plans are fucking canceled. I'm going to watch the Ocho. Dude.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, we should talk about that.
Yeah, I think that would work out. I think that would be perfect if they did it once a month. Because, I said, we're always looking at our age. It's all right, what are we gonna do this weekend? Well, we can go to the bar, or does anybody have a birthday? Are we all going to a bus? We're just looking for simple shit to do as dudes.
Yeah,
and it's if we can get our buddies together, slam some beers. Watch some crazy events where, the more we drink, the more we're going to get into it. We're going to, enjoy it.
For sure.
And be I hope this comes on next month. Dude, I said, each month it can be something different.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be spike ball every time.
We completely missed it. It's on the last thing, and then they played the movie Dodgeball, then it's over. Damn it. I want to see Slippery Steps.
Damn. Well, I'll tell you, here's the crazy thing is, we went down this path for a minute on the Anything But Credible podcast, but it didn't really pan out just because we didn't put the effort towards it. But
just gonna put that there for us.
Stoutsy, to build off what you're saying is there's so many possibilities of not even the possibilities of what games we play here in America. I mean, one of our episodes we did a long time ago was we talked to the president of the USA Federation for this game called Korfball. And it's this game that they play in Sweden.
I listened to that.
It's this crazy game, but it's super fun and it's really random. I would watch this. I did. I went down this. The reason I found it is because I found myself in this crazy YouTube rabbit hole. I was just watching korfball clips all day, And then all of a sudden, it's on not the Olympics, but sometimes they have international tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is the Pan America games are on and stuff. When that stuff happens, sometimes they throw some of these crazy games in there. And it's wild. And now all of a sudden you got these things that are happening with these one-off games, or they're subsets of real games. For example, in this upcoming Olympics, they're putting in 3-on-3 basketball. Well, that's not a crazy game, but it's a crazy offset of a real game, and it's become such a popular offset that now it's a legitimate Olympic game. So why not? There's just so many.
There's so many things you can do.
Yeah, there's so many different things that are happening.
You can even fucking show pro wrestling on the Ocho because it would fit with that like demographic. I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Like what just popped in my head now is if. So you guys remember when you're playing, say you're playing hoops with your buddies, you're playing street hockey, and you don't have 2 nets. There's a takeout line. I would watch if they did like street hockey, where it's 1 goalie, but you have to like take it out and shit. Like
I bet you there are leagues for that.
Right?
I bet you.
Bring back like Californian-based like street hockey, like they used to show on ESPN2.
Yeah. Where they
that used to be a thing.
Ramps,
Like
that
the
shit was
ramp, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
And they did
but
it
that's
in
what I'm saying
Rocket
is
Tower.
any game that you think of, there, I promise you, there's tournaments and televised events for even stupid yard games like we were talking about, like even Can Jam. Like there are legitimate Can Jam leagues that travel like a professional circuits, and it's like, sure, nobody thinks about that, but and it's one of those things where if you say it to somebody, maybe they're like, whatever, dude, you know. But I promise you, you sit down in front of a TV, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, this is kind of actually entertaining.
I know I could get stuck watching some. I've only played Spike Ball like twice, but I've watched videos of like crazy people like making crazy saves and stuff. I know if I turned that on my TV, I'd be sucked to it.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite podcasts we did. We talked to PJ Showalter he was the national champion, and dude's like super young, 20, 21, and he's just like some tall, skinny, lanky kid. But he is just a killer in Spike Ball. I mean, it is amazing watching this dude. Go look up YouTube videos of him. He's amazing. And it's crazy because I've never played. I know I wouldn't be good. But it's one of those things where, you watch somebody really good at something, it's just entertaining. Like, I am absolutely terrible at Fortnite. Legitimately terrible. But if I ever get on Twitch, it's always Fortnite because I am fascinated. I know how hard it is to be good at that game, and to watch people that are really, really good, it just fascinates me.
I suck.
You know what I mean?
I play it all the time, and I still suck. And I just watch people just build stuff. I get killed, and I just like sit there and just watch the person that killed me. I'm like, how you building this so fast? I don't fucking understand.
Exactly.
And so like the other day, I figured out like what they do is to build something on Fortnite, you just press the circle button, and then you press like the trigger button to shoot to build something, but if you press L2, it switches over to like a wall or a thing. I realize what they do, all that they do, is just you press L2 really quickly and you press shoot really quickly and you just build shit
start
like really quick.
shit.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm great!
Oh shit, this is easy. I'm the same way, like shooting games, I like, when Halo was popular, Call of Duty, I hate them because I'd play Halo, my buddies be jumping around doing a spin headshot, and I'm just there like, trying to like aim at somebody, like I know I got him, and then I miss. That's why I don't fuck with those games. But I get what you're saying though. Like it's interesting watching people be really good at a skill that you don't have, or you understand how hard it is.
Exactly. I mean, bags. We all play. Everyone in the world plays bags now. But if you watch a professional tournament, it's actually really amazing because they're just like these guys don't fucking miss.
No.
And that's why people always rag on me when I say they say they play like, why are you watching darts, man? It's like it's just. I really like I play darts all the time, but it's like it's really hard. Sure, that guy hits that 20 every time, but like it's really tough to hit 20s that many times. You know what I mean?
It doesn't look that hard. Like,
no,
it is. That guy's just played so much.
I was aiming for a 3 last week, and I hit a bullseye like 3 times in a row. And I'm like,
you're aiming down here, and you're fucking like 10 feet
I hit a
the
bullseye.
other
I'm
way.
like, I'm fucking amazing. It's like I was really aiming for that 3, like on the outside too.
Right? Yeah. That's not what I was going for.
So my. I was just thinking, I'm like, maybe they're trying to go like a Netflix thing, or maybe trying to make a pop-up event. But I want petition. How has nobody started a petition yet for more than one day?
Maybe we started.
Or whatever it is.
Let's start it.
And people like I don't like ESPN very much at all.
Neither do I.
And it's not because they don't care about hockey.
ESPN Plus is awesome though.
ESPN Plus is awesome. I do like that, but like.
Because there's actually hockey on there.
Right. But when ESPN started getting away from hockey, which I know there was all contract disputes, all that, blah, 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 blah. That's when I was like, whatever. But now I'm like, I really don't care about ESPN because I feel like every time I turn it on, it's just like Twitter shit. And I'm like,
LeBron shit today. It's Taco Tuesday!
Yeah, just give me my top. Just give me my top 10
that.
highlights. Give me my top 10s.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But now it's like they don't have to because you have MLB Network, NFL Network. Yep. You can get, which is what I have. So like if I want hockey or baseball, I just throw my network.
And that's what I don't understand. Even if it's not ESPN, how has no one started their version of the Ocho and just played these really weird, obscure games? How is it not a thing?
You know what?
If professional bowling can have a league and a televised every fucking Sunday,
that is so true.
Come on,
that is so
tell
true.
me that you can't get a professional dodgeball or whatever's on.
I'd watch every Sunday. You'd be like, I'm following a dodgeball team. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah!
Fucking roller derby had a show on for fucking 15 years. Like there could be a fucking dodgeball show.
Yeah,
on.
I mean, come on, man.
I'd watch dodgeball.
You know who should have capitalized on it?
Even something as silly as professional putt. You tell me you wouldn't watch that? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I would watch that. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Day.
It's like I'd be amazing.
Oh,
Barstool brought that up for something. I forget why. They're like, dude, it was important. It was like it was the most electric like television I've ever watched in my life. And like, have you ever watched it? Like, it's electric. Like, they showed like they cut to like a clip of it, and there's just like. It is not electric though, but
no, it's not electric.
And like they're making these bank shots, but it's interesting to watch like how they're making these hole in ones because they were so many ties. Like they apparently went to like a 22 like playoff,
That's
like 22 hole playoff.
I wouldn't be hooked
because it was a mini golf thing, and there's this guy in like khaki pants just stand behind the guy just watching like in like a collar like an 80s style khaki pants, collared shirt, sunglasses, collar popped, and he's just sitting there. He's like, wow. Wow,
I would have a fucking caddy if I was in a professional putt.
It's like how many
you just have literally 2 clubs.
How many of these guys do you think are on coke? And like the fucking high wore off, and that's the guy that lost.
That's what maybe it's just for me. Maybe it's really people don't think it's that interesting. But like my first question is just like, how much putt do these guys play? You know, and I just want to know like somebody goes and they're like, yeah, I'm sorry, can't do that today. I got to put in a solid 6 hours of practice.
Practice.
Like, come on, man.
And they just walk away like it's normal. Yeah. You're like, what the fuck?
I want a channel like ESPN that not only plays these obscure events, but does like behind the scenes stories on like their come up and their career. Like I want to know how hard somebody's training.
As a kid, I got all the hole in ones. So.
Yeah, I was just like I just was really good, so I just kept.
Dude, no, it's a genius idea. They really should because like I said, it's perfect for people our age to be like, hey, you want to get together on Saturday and just chill out the house and watch some crazy sports?
There's got to be something more to it. I don't know what it is. It's conspiracy. We got to look into this.
Remember the old Versus channel?
It's
they
Disney,
should have done
so
it.
of course it's a conspiracy. Disney
That's
owns
true.
ESPN.
That's
and
true.
Disney Plus is now saying that ESPN Plus and Hulu will be on an add-on for Disney Plus when it comes out. So it looks like I'll be buying Disney Plus, which is only going to be $12.99 a month
for both of those.
Well, for
ESPN and way and Hulu. Isn't Hulu more than 12 itself? Isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's no way,
dude. That's what Spotify has.
They announced it today. They announced today that it will be all added on for $12.99 a month, and you get all 3 of them.
Spotify does that. With my Spotify, I have Hulu.
Yeah, you know they stopped doing that now.
Oh, I still have it. So
I know. No, people who still have it.
Grandfathered in. All right.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's crazy.
I watch Hulu like twice a year, but whatever.
Yeah, right.
Watch Handmaid's Tale on it.
Oh,
this
yeah,
season
on there.
Sucks.
Hey, if you do get on Hulu, though, I got a show for you guys. I think it's on Hulu. It's called The Terror. Check that out.
Okay.
Anyway, so I don't know. I just wanted to ask you guys your thoughts on that. I forgot that was happening today. I didn't get to see any of it, and now it's like...
I was so bored today, too. And I totally forgot that was on.
Well, that's the other thing for me is I don't have anything to record it on, so I'm kind of screwed. That's the other thing why I want it, because, I got no cable. I'm rocking with Sling right now, and that's just like there's no way for me to record anything.
Oh, dude, switch over to fucking... you have Sling?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, switch to YouTube TV. Ooh, I had Sling at
I've
first.
thought about it.
Dude, YouTube TV is 1,000 times better. The picture quality is amazing.
Really?
Plus, Sling just dropped Fox Sports.
Yeah.
Really? No, they didn't. Really?
Yeah. I think Sling dropped Fox.
Totally
you don't get Cardinals or Blues games.
We're about to get out of that real quick.
Yeah, that's totally.
What is YouTube? Can you get local channels on YouTube?
Local channels.
You get Fox Sports.
Yep, you get Fox Sports. You get ESPN. You get everything, dude.
Okay, we're gonna have to investigate.
Yeah, dude. Blue season's coming up. DVR, you're gonna need to watch those games.
100%. I didn't know that was a thing.
DVR. It's unlimited space for DVR. You'll never. It's all you can tape. You can tape every show ever made, and you'll never run out of space.
We don't even have that with Sling. So
that's crazy.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad that I talked to you guys. Because we're going to have to do some investigation on that shit.
And you have on-demand stuff, too. So say, like, Wolf of Wall Street's on FX. You can just go on-demand, play that, and it's uncut, too. So it's no, like...
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right, cool.
All right. Real quick, before we play over-under before we get out of here. It's our last thing. Let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, Mr. Kyle Fauché!
What's up, everybody? Kyle Fauché here to tell you about my brand new podcast, the Going Off Topic podcast, brought to you by the Anything But Credible Network. On Going Off Topic, I look at all forms of media, from different real and theoretical angles that you don't usually hear about. From movies, to TV, to music, to sports, to gaming, to anything really. You never know what the topic will be, but you're guaranteed a new angle and a different conversation about it, that's for sure. You can find Going Off Topic anywhere and everywhere that you get your podcasts. Check out our social media feeds on Facebook, Going Off Topic with Kyle Fauché, on Twitter, going_off_topic. And don't forget about anythingbutcredible.com, where you can find everything for the pod, including the written blog post. That's right, we're carrying over the Going Off Topic blog to anythingbutcredible.com too. So check it all out there, and I'll catch you on the next topic.
All right. It's time for... I almost said Up, Up, Down, Down. That's a YouTube channel.
That's not us.
It's time for Over, Under. That's definitely a YouTube channel ran by a wrestler.
Xavier Woods.
Yeah, you're welcome for the free advertisement. I was thinking about this when I was going to the bathroom real quick. Shout out to that MC, the Sauce in the Sand tournament real quick. You fucking sucked. You blew our fucking ad read, by the way. Yeah. Oh my god. All he had to do was read what I gave him, and it was fucking horrible.
Call out.
I'm calling him out because he got called out later in the day by Pilcher, who was on last week of Hotbox. He's like, "You're supposed to be our MC. All you have to do is speak into the fucking mic. Just talk." Like, he was yelling at him. He's like, "No, fuck it, you're done."
He tried to he said something. He's like, "Care about I'll try to spice up. I'll say, it's an average podcast." And we're like, "Oh yeah, throw that in there. That's fine."
Like, we don't care.
That was funny, but then
he didn't all you had to do was legit read what I gave to him, and no, he didn't read it. He didn't read it at all, or he just couldn't read because he was stuttering. He's like, "You can find it, offended podcast by podcasting." It's like, no, that sentence definitely was, "You can find the podcast by searching keyword offended on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio." All this is basically what we say at the end of the episode.
He just had to read left to right, and I think he read up and down.
Maybe he thought in his head he was going to do a radio DJ's promo of just freeball it, and then realized halfway and was like,
I'm really fucking this one.
Oh, he fucked it up bad. It was bad. And then as I'm walking past him, he grabbed me. He goes, "Oh look, here's the host." And he just goes, "Here, say what you want to say." I'm like, all you have to do is just fucking read it. And
man, this guy seems like I don't even.
Yeah, so at this point, we had to go out and play. So it was a Sauce Toss tournament, so we had to go out and play our game. And I was just like, "Don't listen to my podcast." He goes, "That was good. That was good." I was like, "Yeah, fucking idiot."
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, I'm calling your ass out, and honestly, I would love to have him on the show because I was actually having a good time talking to him. But you fucked that fucking ad read up bad.
I did.
Because you were just all you had to do is just read what you said. What you said was perfect. It's got everything across very easily.
Just read it and just change the tone in your voice every once in a while.
Right.
That's all you had to do.
So, Duggan, I don't think you've ever played this with us.
No, I know. Can someone give me a rundown of what's happening right now?
So, passing you a group of cards.
Okay.
So over, under.
Okay.
So, I will start asking a question to you. You have to answer that question.
Straight up.
Just straight up. It's always going to be number related.
Okay. Ooh. Chief.
Then he will have the chance to say over or under your answer.
Okay.
And whoever's closer to the number wins.
What if I hit it dead on?
You automatically
hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened
really?
Yet. Yeah.
You
all right. Do you do a certain how many? Do you guys do a certain amount of turns?
5 rounds.
Oh, okay.
5 rounds, and so it'll start with me asking you a question, right? And then he'll do the over under. Then we'll rotate. Then you ask him the question.
Okay.
And so on and so forth.
And so if I get it wrong, and then Stoutsy gets it wrong, then it's just dead.
Well, it's
no points.
Somebody will be right.
Yeah. So you'll say
it would go to you then.
Yeah. So
I get you. Yeah, because then I have to be.
Yeah.
If I say a number and you say under, then I have to be over that number automatically.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So 5 rounds, we'll go through. So the last time we did this with 3 people, somebody could get eliminated actually, altogether.
All right.
But we'll keep them playing just because it needs to rotate anyways.
Okay.
So once it goes around, comes back to you, and it'll be second round. It's easy once it starts.
I'm in.
All right. First question, Duggan. What percentage of the U.S. population lives in California?
Oh, I don't know, man. So, by the way, I think it's fair for me to say this before I even give an answer, is that we have done trivia many times on the ABC podcast, and I am historically bad. I mean, really, really bad at trivia. I don't know why. But so I know I'm going to make an ass out of myself here,
Oh,
so don't kill me with this.
No, here.
But first number that a lot of times I just go like first thing that pops in my head. Yeah, I try to think about it for a second. It just doesn't really go anywhere. And that number that just popped in my head was 34%.
34%. All right.
I know it seems low, but I feel like there's a lot of people.
It's a
in the
huge
country.
state, but I feel like there's a lot more space.
So over or under Stoutsy.
I'm gonna go.
34%.
I'm gonna go over. I bet it's not by much.
Yeah, you're
though.
probably right.
It's probably like 38.
Dugan's gonna get that question correct, as it was 12%.
Oh shit!
12%.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I would have never went that low. I would have felt
It's a
so
point.
dumb if I went that low.
So you got a point. Well, fun fact: months ago when we were playing this game, I asked Stoutsy and Corey how big is the Grand Canyon in miles?
Oh,
I'm
damn.
the stupidest kid ever.
What?
I blame Ozarks for my answer. I really do.
So what did you say? Like 1,000 miles or something like that?
I don't know. I was like, oh, it's probably
1,000?
like there's probably like 1,000 miles around it.
It's like 12. It's
Yeah,
like 12
yeah.
miles.
I was gonna say.
So, and Corey also thought like it was that big as
said
well.
over.
And I think he did say over. And like,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Are you guys fucking stupid? Like it's 12." And he's like, "What?" I thought. And Corey goes, "I thought the Grand Canyon was from like Missouri to like
God.
California or something." I go, "No, it's in one state, you idiot."
I didn't think that much. I thought because I was like in the movie, in the show Ozarks, like, yeah, there's more shoreline here than the whole state of California. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's
So-
all. I'm like, the Ozarks aren't that big. So then I threw the Ozarks into the Grand Canyon and was like, oh yeah, this is definitely fucking. It's probably got 1,000 miles worth of like land. And I was like, I thought about it like a complete idiot. It was like 12 miles. I was
So,
like, oh
Dugan,
my
whatever
God.
you say will never sound as dumb as that answer. Like,
Don't jinx me yet, man.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. That was the worst answer.
I
ever
say some
gave.
bad stuff.
All right,
too.
so what am I up for a question now, or what happens?
Yeah, so now you'll ask Stoutsy a question,
And does it matter 1, 2, or 3? There's 3 on
no,
here.
yeah, so you can use that card like over, like
And I'm guessing.
yeah,
Ooh. Oh, so okay. So there's actually a lot of questions in here.
yeah.
Oh man, this is.
Or what was it last week we played this and I read you the answer, or I read
We
myself,
both
yeah.
we both kept saying the answer.
Okay. I'll go with this first one. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, so I'm sorry. But how many zeros are in Google? Googol.
Good luck.
I don't know if you pronounce it that way.
Look on your. This is why we need a camera.
I think Google.
How many zeros?
How
are
many
in a word?
zeros are in the number? It doesn't say a number, but
You know what's dumb that went through my head though is you spelt it out and you spelt out the O's and I was like, oh, O's is 0. I was like, did he just give me the? I was like,
There's 3.
I was like, what?
That's what I did like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, am I pronouncing that letter correctly? Oh, I feel like it's
Wow.
called 0.
I don't even know what that is, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna say 13.
13. Okay.
I'm gonna say over.
Todd, you are correct. The correct answer is 100. 100 zeros
What is a
in a Google.
What do you know what a Google is?
I think
a
I've heard it
search
before.
engine?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What is it?
It's a search engine.
I think there was something
Oh,
like.
so it's like coding.
It's joking.
No, I do remember reading something. I think Google is derived
Oh,
from
Goog-
that word or something. There is something about it. I
Fuck, I am
remember.
stupid today. How do you spell it again?
Googol.
Googo.
There's something about Google took it from that. I swear, though, it does have something to do with it. Something like that.
I'm stupid today. All right, Stoutsy.
Oh yeah, no, it is. That's why
Yeah.
Google is.
It is
because
something like that.
A Google is 10 to the 100th power, which is 1 followed by 100 zeros. Thanks, math. Goddamn high school teachers taught me nothing. All right, fuck, man, I'm terrible today. All right, so I'm asking you a question, right, Trick?
Yes.
How? I'm kind of intrigued by this one. How fast can a centipede crawl in miles per hour?
Damn.
In miles per hour. Mm-hmm. Centipede. So we're talking like creepy crawlers, right?
Mm-hmm. Not a millipede, a centipede. That's 100. 100 legs.
Mile. Oh fuck. Say 1.5.
I'm going over. I don't know what is over.
It's under. It's 1.1.
Damn.
That's a good guess. It's a good guess.
You were close.
Good guess.
Damn.
I don't know if that's fast or not.
1.9.
Me too.
For like a but
For a bug, it
but for
probably
a
is.
centipede.
For a bug, it's probably fast. Like I like This house has
I don't know.
fucking-
That's not fair. They got all them legs.
Like, you know those fucking house centipedes? Those things are fast as fuck, and I hate those
I
fucking
know. I've
things.
seen some fast ones.
That alligator's on it
Dude,
because
this
it's
house
got all
is
those
bad
teeth
for
and no
'em. it's
toothbrush to
I
brush
called
them.
it like a fucking exterminator, and they're like, yeah, we could spray it, but they'll just come back because they live in drains and stuff. And I'm like, that's fucking
Yeah, those
sick.
things are nasty, man.
1.1.
All right, so what is it? You took the lead, too?
Todd's got the
Two?
lead.
2-1 to nothing?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. What you got?
Round 2.
Let's go.
Approximately how many islands make up the country of Indonesia?
It's a great question. I'm going to go the first thing off is 12.
Ooh.
I don't know why. It just
12's always my go-to
It just
number for
hits
some
me, dude.
reason.
It just hits me. And that's why I'm bad.
I'm going to go over.
Wow, yeah, you got it.
What is it, like 90?
17,508. Holy shit! I would have guessed 12 too. Like,
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too,
I was like,
because
that's
that
good.
doesn't-
I was like,
Hey, remember that time when you said there's no way I could ever give a worse answer than
I just-
well, I just feel like no, that's not.
I was
not
off
a
by
worse answer.
more than 17,000. That's how much I was off by.
17,000 islands.
What are they
Holy
counting an
shit.
island? If there's a fucking
Right.
rock above sea level, I don't know if that counts.
There's a rock with a crab on it. Yep, that's an island.
That's Mr. Krabs.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
If somebody asked me how many islands were in the world, I would say 17,000.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I wouldn't say in
Right.
one fucking
I would
country.
I would have said 12. Like, I would not have said
Holy
anything
shit.
over 100.
Oh,
Like,
whatever, got the point.
yeah. All right, here's an interesting one. This will be a good number here, Stoutsy. What was the population of New York City in 2012?
Oh god, I'm so bad with populations, dude. I think one time I had a question like, "What's the population of like Kansas?" and I gave some wild
5
answer.
billion.
The population of New York in 2012? Well, probably not many because in that movie a lot of people died.
That's well put. That was good.
I saw a meme the other day. It's like I want to show my kid the movie 2012 and be like, "Yeah, I survived that." It's like that's actually pretty.
That's funny.
It's a
I used to
genius
really like
idea.
that movie. It's funny.
How many people? I'm gonna say, like, I don't know, 3.1 million.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like that's just way.
Tricky, what are you thinking, man?
I'm gonna say over.
Yeah, it's probably
That's correct.
way over.
The correct answer is almost 8.4 million.
That wasn't
8.3,
too
a little over
far.
8.3.
I thought it was around 6.
I don't even know how many people are in the country. What is it, like 300 million?
See, that's what me too. I never know the full number.
And I feel like a dumbass. Like I should know how many people.
I
live
should
in
do
this
that. I
country.
think the same way too myself.
Man, I'm doing good this game.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
killing.
Normally
really-
I suck.
I don't
I'm
know
really
about
shitting
that.
the
You're
bed.
But trivia though, Jim hasn't won a trivia game in like almost.
and you're playing literally the. I'm telling you, I've never won.
When you say a year, you make it sound like we play like every day. So it's just not like we
Play
played like
every week.
every. Well, now we do, but before that, it was like every couple months we'd play.
fucking soy
As a 1 year, it's
well,
like
I
oh,
got the same shirt. I got it first.
I did. You ready for your fucking question?
Yes. You gotta ask it.
Okay.
Those are
In 1928, the first transcontinental foot race from Los Angeles to New York attracted 199 runners. How many completed the race? Out of 199, how many runners completed the race?
I'm gonna say like 4.
In 1928, so you got to think there was probably a bunch of diseases and stuff going on.
I'm gonna say 4.
I'm going lower because that's bullshit.
You're gonna say lower?
Yeah, I don't think nobody should finish that race. Like fuck that.
Foot race from what'd you say?
I said 4, and he said under.
It's over.
Man, that's some bullshit.
55 people completed it.
Wow.
That is from L.A. to New York. Is that what you said?
Yeah, dude. You gotta
No
think that back then
fucking
everybody was still
way.
just walking around doing
Forrest
shit.
Gump.
How long did that? Dude, what the hell? That's crazy.
It's like the length of the
That's
Grand
crazy.
Canyon, bro.
See what the fuck you talking about? All right,
So
round.
you got another point? Damn. This is embarrassing.
All right, round 3. How many Emmys did the TV show Seinfeld win in 1994?
Oh my god, dude! I don't know because I mentally block out. This is a hot take right here. I can't stand Seinfeld. Like
It's a hit or miss.
0%.
It's a hit or
Yeah,
miss.
people I know love it. I just can't do it. How many did it win in that year?
Yes.
Probably a lot. I don't know how many categories there are for the Emmys, but the first number that pops in my head, once again, is 7.
Ooh, I'm gonna go over, and I feel like it's around 11.
Probably double digits, yeah.
Duggan gets the point.
Yes.
Damn!
It was 2.
Oh,
What? Oh,
my
trick
God.
question.
Thank you. You gave me that. That was a terrible answer on my part. All right.
I don't know. I'm not a Seinfeld guy or a Friends guy.
me neither.
I don't have a pick.
Here,
I'm surprised you don't like Friends. feel
Stoutsy,
like
I
you
got
would
one.
like
This is.
Friends.
Just
I think you
whatever
can.
about it.
I think you can handle this one. I got faith in you on this one. I do. Stoutsy, how many dimples are on a regulation golf ball?
Glad I'm not answering this. I can just say over or under.
I'm gonna say 112.
It's a pretty solid answer. I feel like I would have went around then.
Over? I'm gonna say over.
He keeps winning on the over, and it surprised me. That's correct. The correct answer is 336.
Holy shit! On a
Does that
golf
make sense?
ball?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
I
Does it?
guess. I don't know.
Because of how small they are.
I play golf, but
I mean, the balls. I'd have to count. We're
Damn.
gonna have to count one
I'm
pretty
gonna
soon
have
here.
to count. Jesus.
I have everything else but a golf.
Fuck. I really thought I had a solid answer. I like
I'm not
envisioned
gonna
the
lie.
golf ball.
When you said that out loud, I was like, "Ooh, I think that might be a little high."
might have.
Even
Yeah. Well, I almost said like 90 something.
yeah.
Damn, bro.
What turn is this right now?
This is...
Is it me to you?
Yeah. So this is the end of round 3, so we got 2 more rounds after this.
All right.
Yeah. Pretty sure you're taking the belt, but whatever. Man. All right. How many... This is weird. How many eggs does the average American eat in a year?
Oh, damn, that's a good question.
This is weird because we had one like this about pizzas, and like what the actual answer was, we were like, "Fuck that!" Like, there's no
right, because
way.
I can eat 35 slices of emo square.
It was
pizza.
a slice. It was a slice. How many slices?
But I could
of
probably
pizza
only eat
did
like
the
2
Americans
slices
I
of
eat?
bet
New
that
York.
number was ridiculously high.
It was only 80.
Okay, that's false.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's false.
Yeah, bro.
There's no way.
So
Yeah.
this one's gonna be like
I thought I honestly would have said something in the thousands.
right. Say I said. I think
Maybe
I
I
said,
just eat too much pizza.
I think I
don't know.
said 300 because I
a good
definitely
guess.
eat like 300, at least minimum of 300 slices of pizza.
Well, this is a good one. This is a good one because you're technically like supposed to eat a good amount of eggs.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, how many eggs does the average American eat in a year?
Can you spell eggs?
E-double-G-S.
Use it in a sentence.
T-I-double-G-R. That's where Jeff Jarrett got his fucking thing from, was
I
from
know.
Tigger. You know that?
Yeah.
Shout out Winnie the Pooh, the goat.
I'm gonna go with. I go with 150.
Man, I just did some quick math in my head here, but I'm gonna go over. I just feel like it. I feel like it should be over.
should be
It
over.
should be over.
It's over. Only by 100, though. 250.
Wow.
I
That
don't-
wasn't, that wasn't a bad guess.
Here's the other thing too. I don't know what technically this counts, but you got to put eggs in a lot of shit that you make that aren't just straight up eggs. You know what I mean?
Right, like a cake?
Yeah, like anything that you bake, basically.
Yeah.
You're putting eggs in that shit.
Right.
So Dugan still has a chance to come
Let's go.
back.
We
and
need
win this.
We need Todd to stop saying over because every time he says over, he
I
wins.
know.
Stoutsy does not have any fucking chance. Of
I do
coming back.
not. That's okay.
Is it my turn to read? Right.
You got to lose to learn how to win.
It is.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Let's see here. How old was Franklin D. Roosevelt when he was elected President of the United States?
Franklin D. Roosevelt. I feel like he was old, but I don't know. This is the other thing that Keith on our podcast always makes fun of me because Keith and Griff know a super weird amount of politics, even previous, especially presidential stuff, and I sound like an idiot because
I feel like Keith is the guy that like memorized all the
He
presidents.
loves presidents, man. He
Really?
loves. He knows way too much about presidents.
What a jackass.
But I want to say something crazy like 61.
Oh, God damn it. That was like in my ball range. My ball.
That was in my balls, dude.
my
Felt
ballpark
that one in my
range.
balls, man.
That was in my balls.
I'm gonna go. Over.
Ooh, damn! You should pick under. I think.
He's got to be like 73 or something.
The answer is 50. So Dugan gets the point.
Damn, Stoutsy, quit giving me these points. These are just mercy points here.
I almost went under too.
Dugan is down by 1 right now.
This is a big question right here, Stoutsy. This is big time. This all comes down to you,
Well, there's still one more round.
and
so
we're gonna
nervous.
test your wildlife knowledge. Right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good thing I watched The Wild Boys.
What is the average amount of bamboo eaten daily by the giant panda in pounds?
Dude, they eat a shit ton.
In pounds.
They eat a shit ton.
How many pounds of bamboo are these dudes eating?
Oh my god, those motherfuckers go at it.
They go at it.
They do, dude. And they gotta eat a lot of it. Do you know how big they fucking are?
It's true.
I just know it's a lot, but I don't know if I'm gonna give too much or too little.
Just go for it, man.
I'm gonna say, man, and it's a koala, right? Eating them.
What?
Is that what you said?
The large panda bear.
Panda, sorry.
Giant
koala.
Sorry.
Different
Not the
types of
koala.
bear.
I meant the
I was
panda.
gonna say koala, yeah.
I'm gonna say in a day.
Pounds in a day.
I'm gonna say 225 pounds.
Let's say under.
The correct answer is 37.5.
Okay, well I was way off.
I was just saying, I had my mind was 20, and when you said that, I was like, oh, you're wrong.
Yeah. That's still a lot, though.
I'm not gonna lie though. At first, I didn't see this decimal point because it was kind of dark, and I thought it said 375. And I was like, "Holy shit!"
Jim was not lying. Those
Like,
motherfuckers.
my God
How
damn.
many, so how would you say 300? 300 pounds. Think about how much,
How much food can you in one sitting? Maybe you might be able. If you don't die, you could eat 4 pounds.
Yeah, but a lot of
maybe.
times they just strip off the off of the bamboo. There's
Those
a
bears
part that
aren't
they don't
big,
finish
though.
it. They're what?
Those bears aren't that big, though. They're
A panda?
A panda bear is not that big.
Panda bears are pretty big.
Not like a bear. They're in the middle between a bear and a koala bear.
Panda bears they're still big, bro. Have you seen those? They're huge.
Panda bears are not that big.
Give me a weight. Give me an average weight for a panda bear.
I want to say 70 pounds.
No way.
Panda bears are not that
200.
big.
Average.
70 pounds. You're telling me this hefty motherfucker's 70 pounds?
Okay, maybe a little bigger.
What is it? Give me an average. I bet you it's 200.
You
I bet.
psycho.
But dude, they're they don't move, so there's no way
It
they
better
can.
not be. If it can eat almost 40 pounds of food a day, it better not weigh 70 pounds.
So a female
True,
panda
that's a
bear
good
is
point.
between
No, I like
150 and 220 pounds.
Okay, that's not crazy though. That's like a normal sized human, right?
Yeah, dude. I just feel like they could eat a lot of bamboo.
You know,
That's probably a lot more. To what I say, 225. That's probably a lot more than necessary. But
300.
whatever. They're fucking. They're huge.
yeah. All right, well, we just got to make sure Ty doesn't get this one, or else he's gonna put us away.
Damn, dude. Those are big ass bears, man. They would destroy you.
Yeah, man. And I love Kung Fu Panda. What
Panda.
the hell, man?
Damn.
Panda.
All right.
Kung Fu Panda.
Fuck. All right.
Kung Fu
I feel like I've already asked a lot of those questions before. Nope. No, that's
shouldn't
just
have
one
asked
question.
I know, because I have the cards turned around at a certain point where I'm like, we need a new deck.
Okay.
Give him a good one.
No, I know. I'm trying to
Give him a
find
tough
one.
Fucking asshole.
I want to stump you.
You don't want me to win so bad.
Oh my god! I feel like you would know this, but not know it.
You gonna ask it?
I feel like you could either nail it head on. I know who could nail it head on. It's him.
Oh, no.
Wilt Chamberlain holds the record for most points in a basketball game. How many did he score?
Oh, fuck. I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
Do you know?
Is it 120?
See, here's the thing, is I know what he scored, but I don't know if it's the most ever. Because I feel like there's probably some really crazy... It depends. It just said basketball game, right?
Yeah.
There's some crazy ABA games that really went wild. But, just for the shits and gigs, I'm going to go under.
What did you say?
120.
It's under. It's 100.
Yeah, it's 100. I didn't know if that was the most ever. So that was Wilt's, but I didn't know if there was something else.
I know that's the most.
That's
ever.
the most
I think
in a
that's,
game?
yeah, because when
Dude,
Kobe
that would not
almost,
surprise me if there was a random ABA game out there that
Somebody.
dude scored 4,000 points in a game.
Yeah.
And honestly, they did some crazy shit.
See, I thought you might have known it, just because it is a random kind of known basketball fact. And I know you're like me. We're I don't follow basketball, but I know that's
If it doesn't have
he
to do
hit
with
100.
Michael Jordan, I don't know it.
Yeah. That's the picture of him holding up. They literally gave him a piece of like loose leaf paper and wrote 100 on it, and he just like held it up, was like, yes, and it was literally like the shittiest piece of paper ever, and that was like his signage of like, I just set history forever.
Right.
Yeah.
But how many women did he fuck?
That was Magic Johnson.
I thought Will Chamberlain.
No, Will Chamberlain. He claims
did he
25,000.
Did he plow through too? Fuck. Who's he trying to be? Ric Flair?
25. I believe the rumor is 25,000.
Oh my. Jeez.
Yeah, dumb fuck.
Will was a good-looking dude too.
Yeah, and he was tall.
All right, here we go.
Are we tied up? Oh no, you're down 1.
Duggan's down by 1.
Is this the last round?
Final round.
Is this the last round?
Yeah.
All right, Stoutsy, don't give it to me intentionally, okay?
No, I won't. Maybe. No, I won't. I got really
You
close
sound
to
like
mine.
fucking Dan Cook.
Whopper. And the pickles.
In what year was the first Kentucky Derby held?
Oh my God. 1884.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's such a good answer.
I have no faith in that at all. I mean, like 0%. But dude, people fucking love horses for like a long time. They've loved horses. True. God. I mean, even in like medieval times, they loved horses.
I'm gonna go under.
It's a good call.
You asshole for Duggan.
No, it's a good call. It's a good call.
1875.
Dang.
Wait, what did you
Stoutsy
say?
got the point.
I said 85. 1885. So I was 10 years off. But that's a good call. That's a good call. I mean, hey,
I feel like you were trying to get
No,
it wrong
I really
on
wasn't.
purpose.
No, I really wasn't because I was. My first thought was like 19, like 13.
You still have a chance.
well, hey, you know what, dude? At least I wasn't super far off. And,
No, you weren't.
You mean
You weren't.
that's cool. All right,
I know when he said that, I was like, damn.
that sucks.
Kind of hoping you'd say
That was a
over.
really good answer.
All right, so here's a crazy one that I have no idea where this is gonna go.
I like lightning rounds.
Stoutsy, what is the surface area of the intestines of an average adult human in square feet?
I feel like I should know this. I've been having
No
cameras
shit.
and shit
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
shoved
good
all
call.
around
Yeah, I
my
didn't even
intestines.
think about that. Yeah.
In feet?
In feet.
Oh, man, I know it's a
in
lot.
square feet.
Oh, in square. Jeez, now I got.
I know, what a fucking question that is.
In square feet, so I do take mine and probably.
And it's
divide
not
it by
even
2.
it's not even like the length. It's what is the surface area. That's a totally different thing.
This is the worst word problem I've ever been asked in my entire school.
Sally
life.
went to the seashore.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know where to start with this question.
Surface area.
Like, I don't even know. I honestly don't even know what that technically means.
I don't either.
Like
man.
if you told,
I'm trying to trigger all my high school and college math.
If you told me how big do you think the surface area of that car or that table or that wall is, I'd say, well, what is technically the surface area?
So what is the surface area?
Like, what is it? Is
Oh,
it everything?
man.
Does Stoutsy know?
In square feet? Fucking Christ.
This is my favorite playing over and under with you.
I'm gonna
because you take forever.
I know. I really think about these
And then
things.
he just gives like a way
The worst
off answer.
Every time we play this game, I've played this part like in the car with Katie, and Katie's always like, "Just fucking answer, Jim."
I'm a competitor, bro. And I do give the most wild answer. I'm gonna say like 3.5 feet.
Todd, what are you thinking?
What was the question?
Okay.
What song I forgot?
What is the surface area of the intestines of an average adult human in square feet?
Oh, 3.5 feet's a good fucking guess.
Ain't it?
I was thinking 3. I'm gonna go under.
You guys are gonna love this shit. The correct answer is 6,562 square feet.
What?
I swear. I have no idea what that question means at all.
Dude, that's why you're not dead yet.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what that means.
Well, Stout, you got that point.
I have
Too bad you're still eliminated.
surface area, the outside part or uppermost layer of something. I'm not even gonna.
Just don't even.
I'm not gonna start looking at square
It comes
feet.
down, so this question determines the entire game. If I get it right, I win. If you get it right, we're going to bonus rounds.
Oh boy,
where Jim just is going to read us questions.
Okay, let's go. This is going to be good. It's going to be good.
Nope, not asking another square inch question. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, keep aiming for those basketball questions.
67,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I thought 3.
Jesus.
3 feet, yeah, solid guess.
All right.
I was like, I'm going to hit it on the nail on the head. 3 feet.
How many letters are in the Hawaiian alphabet?
What?
Yeah, they have their own alphabet, I guess. Bam Margera also came up with his own alphabet and language. I don't know if anybody saw on Instagram. He went fucking nuts.
No.
It's crazy.
He's been losing his
he
mind.
made his own language. It's crazy. He was on Dr. Phil about it.
Oh,
But yeah,
Jesus.
how many letters are in the Hawaiian alphabet?
I'm going to say 34.
I'm actually thinking there's going to be a sweet spot between that and ours-ish, so I'm going under.
You're going under?
Yeah, I'm going under.
And you said how many?
34.
The correct answer is 13 letters.
Fuck! Yes, dude. 13? What the fuck are you spelling with 13 letters?
No, volcano, surfing.
He uses zeros.
I think volcano is 13 letters.
You like how I
They used them all up.
don't you like how I said zeros? All right, well,
Oh, boy.
What is this,
We're
one and done?
tied up.
basically it's a round.
Golden goal?
Stoutsy will just continue to ask questions to me. Basically now it's just between me and you.
Okay.
So we don't even need these anymore.
Yes.
So yeah, and he'll ask you first because he just asked me.
All right, Stoutsy, let's go. Give me something good, man.
How many steps are in the Statue of Liberty from pedestal to head?
Oh, shit. You know what's crazy? I feel like I've read that before.
So I guess that because it's on that little.
We had one similar to this where it was
Yeah.
like how many bricks are in the Empire State Building. And it was just like
I was way off,
shit.
wildly off.
Okay, steps. I'm
so
going
from the pedestal, which is that whatever the fuck that thing.
The Empire State
All the
Building?
way to the top.
Or the Statue of Liberty? The flame?
Yeah. From the pedestal to the head.
750. That is not a good answer at all. It's just not good. It's just not good. I knew as soon as I left, it's just not. It's not going to work.
Let's say under.
Yeah, 154.
Yeah.
All right, so you get one more. You get
Okay,
a
you
chance
get
to tie it
redemption.
again.
Thank God, because I can't go out in that kind of embarrassment.
750. That sucks.
I
That's
knew
bad.
it. I knew it me as soon as I said that.
All right. This is
You
a
do
tough
not
one.
want me to win at all.
This is a tough one.
He's really picking up. He has them all spread out, not in a pile, just like he's like literally just combing through them.
How can I stop him? How can I
I'm
stop
trying to
him?
find an even question that at least somebody has a chance.
AKA me.
Okay. Well, here's a good one. How many official recognized constellations are in the sky?
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh, is that too easy for him?
No.
It'd be crazy if you just knew a bunch about constellations.
It would be crazy because I'd be doing way cooler stuff than what I'm doing now.
Say 85.
That's actually a solid number. 85.
See, I feel like I'm either going to be close or I'm just going to be way far away from it.
I'm going under. It's probably going to be like 4 million because they just
Correct
found
answer.
other universes through black holes and shit.
Probably.
I don't want to say the answer.
That's the answer.
How bad is it?
Oh, never mind. New question. It's 88. You were really close.
That is a good
shit.
call. That's a good call.
You were
Did I say
really
84?
close. 80. You said 85.
Congrats, sir.
Thank you.
You said 85.
It's a solid
That was really
W.
close.
Almost hit. Dude, it was 2 times now. I almost hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
tonight.
Took him to overtime. Couldn't seal a deal. So can't win them all.
I just pulled the blues. I should have put it away early and just didn't.
Yeah.
I just stayed out of it from the get-go.
Yeah.
You're the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
That was my plan.
Idiot.
Jesus.
All right.
Game makes you feel like a complete idiot.
1, 2, 3 finish. You want to hit him with the 1, 2, 3 finish? That's what we didn't do on the Periscope show. While I was like,
we didn't.
well, anyway, Stoutsy, you want to kick it off with the 1, 2, 3 finish?
Yeah, my number one, Dukes. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks,
Love
guys.
it. Good seeing you, man.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna have to return the favor to you at some point.
Yes.
But yeah, thanks for coming on. Always love it. Thanks for handling our fucking episode well.
Appreciate
you
you
pretty
guys.
much made our episode.
Dude, yeah, this episode was actually...
Because we had nothing.
This episode was good. I liked this episode a lot.
We had nothing
like,
to do.
Like, this was a hit. This wasn't a miss at all.
No,
thanks, guys.
We actually had topics. I could actually rename this something else.
Glad all I want to do is just help contribute. That's all.
Episode 103. We weren't prepared. Duggan was.
I think I'm going to name it that.
My number 2. Shout out to. I'm so bad at these. I'm so bad. Nothing exciting's happened.
We do this every week.
Oh, shout out to Ballers Season 4 or 5 is starting. I'm amped.
That's amazing. That's going to be your next show is Ballers.
Oh, dude, I love
That's
Ballers.
hilarious.
I love and hate it.
Behind.
I love and
That's
hate
so
it.
funny.
Gotta love my boy Dwayne.
It's just like a sports. It's a sports and you never seen Entourage.
I haven't watched
you
Entourage,
would love
I
Entourage
haven't watched
so
Sopranos yet
If
either.
you like Ballers, you would like Entourage
well,
1,000 times
I
more.
mean, it's basically
Yeah.
The Rock took the idea from him, but whatever.
It's the same studio.
Yeah. And I just had a good number. Oh, in my number 3, shout out to the, what is it now? 7-8 weeks Blues Stanley Cup champs.
Yes.
8-week anniversary, baby.
8 week.
Yes.
So hockey season's rolling up. I'm excited.
Yes.
So gotta shout out my Blues. Yeah, that's all I got.
Nice. My number 1, I will steal your number 1. Thank you, Duggan, for coming on the show.
Thank you guys, man.
It's always you're in our Hall of Fame for guests. For
I
sure.
appreciate
It's always
that.
a good time. When
Anytime you guys need a fill-in or somebody just to... Here's my problem, is I think too much. Not in a good way. Just like I think about dumb shit like, why aren't more people watching the Ocho? I mean, so if you ever need some topics, man, let me know.
Legit thoughts.
We should just actually we can't come up with anything. We don't want to do a fuck it episode.
I literally write down thoughts in my notes on my phone. Like I'll come across something and it'll be a question of like, why doesn't blah 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 blah, and then I genuinely want to ask somebody, so I'll just write it down because I know I'm going to forget.
That's a really good idea, but I feel like me and you, if we ever come across of something that pops in our head, we just text each other right away, like, "Hey, dude," and then we talk about it, and then just forget about to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, like for example, my number 1 live question: why are there not squeezable salsa jars like there are ketchup, mustard, every other condiment?
That's a fucking
It's always a
solid
glass
question.
jar. Why?
That's a solid question. Or why is there not a squeezable queso jar?
Exactly. It's not.
Probably just tastes better out of a glass.
Yeah,
jar.
I know. It's just I don't know.
For convenience sake.
I guess.
You can just squeeze it on your nachos and just put it in the microwave.
That's what I want to do. I want to squeeze it on my individual chip.
Oh, okay. Now I see where you're going.
You get a scoop.
Now I see where you're going.
Yeah, you get a
That's genius.
scoop and just.
Okay.
You can take it in the car on road trips and
You
stuff.
can eat it anywhere.
At first I was a little like, I mean, I see why it's more of it, but then you said that, I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense.
I can go way more in depth. Believe me.
Oh, jeez.
But no, Duggan's totally in the Hall of Fame for Offended because he was one of the few guests that has seen, I think, every co-host of the show and different variations of the show.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And Stoutsy saved the show.
Yeah, man. I've been riding with you guys, man. I enjoy it for sure.
Which just fucked up the whole thing in the last 10 seconds.
That's usually when it happens.
Almost did. So.
My number 2 shout out. You know what? Shout out to Becky Lynch, WWE. First female wrestler on the cover of a 2K wrestling video game.
That's crazy.
Nice.
So
good for her.
Shout out to Becky Lynch because that's fucking awesome.
That's cool.
And my number 3. Oh man.
Come on, bro, to say something.
I had something and I lost it. It was good too. My number 3. Shout out that Keith's not here.
That's hilarious.
If I have my other 3, I'll shout out before the end of the episode if we get there. But do you have any 3 things you want to shout out?
Yeah, man, I got some quick things. Number 1, shout out obviously back to you guys, man. I always appreciate coming by, and it's been a while, but yeah, like I said, man, anytime, give me a call. I'm right down the street, man.
That's true. You are
And likewise,
close.
we've been talking about it for a while now, but we need to get you guys back over because it's been a long time since you guys. You came and helped us out not too long ago, but Stoutsy for sure. Like to have you guys back on the
Nice
ABC
not
Pod.
doing a podcast with you.
You're welcome.
Also, shout out number 2 is a shout out to all of the people that are going to sign the Ocho petition that we create after this episode.
Yeah.
We appreciate your signatures ahead in advance, and we all know that everyone who signs it will definitely enjoy whatever future programming is created because of that. Number 3, I got to do it, guys. I got to shout out, even though you just unshouted him out. I got to shout out Keith Griff, the other co-host of Anything But Credible.
Shout out Grifford.
Not Keith.
Shout out Griff.
And for everyone out there, check us out, man, anythingbutcredible.com. So thank you guys. I appreciate it, man, and it's always a pleasure being back in the cockpit studio.
And where can we find Anything But Credible?
Well, anywhere you get your podcast, for sure. Anythingbutcredible.com is the website. And then you can find us and Offended, along with a bunch of other stuff, and all of the contact information, all that good stuff, podcastmo.com.
Yep, podcastmo.
Cool.
Fucking, you need to remember to plug that.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Damn it.
I'm bad.
That's your duty, man. I don't do anything.
Oh, my number 3 originally was shout out Hotbox Hockey for this past weekend.
Yeah, man.
That was fun,
That
man.
was fun. That was fun.
It was. If you weren't so hungover and I just wasn't so fucking
Oh, my God.
tired
Yeah,
from a
thanks.
softball tournament on Saturday.
Thanks, cricket random darts or whatever it was. So I was like, I was going to go home early, and I discovered that. And I was like, I'm staying and playing this a few more times. But, yeah. Anyway, you can follow Offended on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Periscope, Facebook at OffendedPod. Make sure to go follow PWP Nation on all social media platforms as well. Buy our t-shirt at www.prowrestlingtees.com by searching Offended. Buy our shirt. I'm wearing our tank top right now. The end of summer is almost here, but it's still hot out.
Yeah, we got to get Corey that tank top soon.
Forgot about that. We promised him that we would get him a t-shirt when he came on as a full-time co-host last year.
And then he decided to have a baby.
Fucking nerd. And make sure to go listen to our... Well, it'll be back next week. Weekly Wrestling Wrap-Up. We had a little snafu with the... we had a little technical issue with our podcast format, but it's out on Periscope right now. Weekly Wrestling Wrap-Up. Go check that out. We preview SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver Toronto. So go check that out. We got our predictions up there. And that's always on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts, by searching Offended. Subscribe, follow, give us a 5-star rating. And you can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and PlayStation Network at Trick1042. You can follow Stoutsy at
Jimmy James 9417 on Instagram and Twitter. James V Stout on Snapchat. I'm not going to fuck with you on PlayStation Network.
Love the PlayStation shout out, though. That's awesome.
But if you want to, XX Mind Flayer 85XX, let's go. NHL 20 online when it comes out. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I was
I
finally
love
able
that.
to change my my screen name. I had it. PlayStation finally let you change it like last year
For free?
for free. You get
You
one
get
time
one for free, which
you get one
I
for
didn't
free.
know.
Yeah,
You don't on Xbox.
So yeah, you get one for free, and I was like, finally, I can change my. It was Todd 6910, and I had that since I was like in 7th grade. So like, I can finally change this. Like,
That's
so
cool,
that way,
man. I'm going to start shouting out my
Yeah,
game
mine was
tag.
mine
I
was
like that.
J Stout 99 for like since 2000. Because when I changed it, it was like you only get one, and you've had this since 2011. I was like, yeah, I'm going to change
so
it.
I can change mine so that all my handles that it is now. So it's perfect.
Nice.
I
Just
love
all
that. I'm
matches up.
stealing that for sure.
For sure. Go ahead. I mean, we've stolen a lot of stuff from your guys' show, so it's fine.
That's what we do. We help each other out.
But anyway, Duggan, thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah,
Thank you guys,
For
man.
Stoutsy, I'm Tricky. This has been the Offended Podcast presented by PWP Nation. We'll see you guys next week. Bye. Bye.